Good evening, Scare fans. This week we are very excited to be playing Session 1 of They Came From Beneath the Sea. Last week, we created characters and started our B-movie marathon. Tonight, we will be continuing and possibly concluding the prequel movie so that we can begin the full trilogy next time. We will dive deeply into the dark waters of the endless ocean and see what we find. Sean's going first. Be sure you stay to the end for a chance to win a copy of the Scion Core Rulebook in digital format from Onyx Path Publishing. So everyone, gather in a little closer to the fire. It's very cold and dark out there, and we have another terrifying tale to tell you. I'm Tyler, Eldritch Echoes on the web, and I will be your director tonight. Our Scream Queen and Kings are here also. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and who you'll be playing for us.
Hi, I'm Space Lord PJs on the internet, Sean, and I am playing. Who am I playing? Senior Chief Larry Lawrence, the gruff ex-Navy man who apparently is the straight man in this B movie.
Awesome. You should have said Sean the internet. You know,
I am Sean the internet. I am the internet. Like we're watching this on me right now.
You're the internet.
Projection.
You and we got to talk then, because
Wow.
I have some questions.
Oh, I have no like responsibility for my actions or what take place on me. Just
Okay, moving on. Quickly
Yeah.
now.
All right. You can
Oh, no.
find me on the Twitters at Neat Sullivan, and you can find me everywhere else at Neat and Co Designs, and I will be playing Alexandra. Yeah. We'll figure that one out eventually.
All of the above.
The many faces of Al.
Al?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Oh. Am I next?
You are now.
Okay. I'm Steve. I will be playing Dr. Franklin tonight. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade.
And I'm at Maron Recluse on the internet, known as Eric, and I will be playing Stanley Wood, the Boy Scout and Gomer Pyle style out of place Southerner in Honolulu.
All right. And before the horror begins anew, please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow us here on Twitch, leave comments. All of that helps us a lot, and we truly appreciate all of you. It lets us keep this going even in the night, in the dark. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Vorpal Tales, and at our website, vorpaltales.com. Also, a special thank you to Onyx Path Publishing for always being involved with streamers of their games and making these awesome games for us to play. Additionally, thanks to Sirenscape, because you can't have a B-movie game without B-movie music score. We use them for every show, every time, and they're the best. And last but not least, thanks to my brother, at N and number 8 MIDD, for an endless list of custom Roll20 character sheets, including this one. He's the best at besting. And now, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night. With a recap of last week's action, I let you go over to our news anchor, Mr. Green.
Welcome to the Vorpal Tales News Hour News Minute with your host, Golden Green. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Vorpal Tales News Hour. I am your host, Gordon Green. In world news today, the Navy is confident that Unknown Supply will be able to complete a new jet-powered aeroplane designed to attempt to break world speed records. American ingenuity and craftsmanship will be on high display soon in the skies above you. The United States government has announced plans to investigate further and possibilities of un-American activities within major American institutions. Hollywood has seen many key figures proven to be secret Soviet spies, and attention now turns to the possibility of spies within our own army, scientific community, or even our own government. That's right, my fellow Americans, communists live amongst us, and we will find them wherever they may hide. In other news, small town of Honolulu, Hawaii, home to U.S. military facility HHK-22B, strange things are afoot. A body thought lost to suicide by drowning years ago has washed ashore. Local sheriff has no comment on the status of the investigation at this time. The local stores have sold out of televisions overnight, and there's a township-wide demand for more movies to be watched around the clock. Local diners selling out of cooking oil as demands for deep-fried foods have skyrocketed. We attempt to get some input from this from the locals, but they all seem to be acting very strangely indeed, and most were unavailable for content. We were, however, able to speak to 6 locals who had the following things to say. Alex, please tell us about the local events.
Somewhere there is experimentation going on with the is a bug, no? A shrew? No. Is a fish? No. A shrew is a rodent. And they follow each other in the lines, and they follow the mother. And so somewhere they're combining the DNA of the fishes with the DNA of the shrews. And no one knows for this the purpose, but it is indeed dire and scary.
Thank you very much, Alex. That's a very interesting accent you have. I bet you're from Arkansas. Stanley, tell us about local events.
Oh, I stopped by after work at the diner to get my usual tapioca pudding sandwich when all of a sudden the place got swamped. Even Rose was surprised they were running out of fried chicken and chocolate shakes all over the place. I had to drop what I was doing to go help her out with the place, and it didn't even stop when they were closed. At some point, I had to leave, so I just took my sandwich to go. I've never seen anything like that, and that's its last convention or something. It was very weird.
Unusual and unsatisfiable appetites indeed. Thank you very much, Stanley. Dr. Franklin, tell us about local events. Yes. There were several neighbors of mine, acquaintances and associates, who all overnight acquired television sets. And I myself, not owning a television set, found this quite unamusing. They watched it all night, creating all manners of ruckus and noise when I tried to go to sleep at the appropriate time of 11:30 p.m. I am afraid this might cause a bit of a damper in my daily schedule. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Alexandra, do you have any more information of the local events?
More information. I did not speak to you before. The people, they are collecting in strange masses, and maybe it is protest against communism, maybe it is protest for communism, I do not know. But one of them, they had a bucket of water, and it was squirmy. Like, if you take the Jell-O and you put the maggots in the Jell-O, like Mama and Papa used to make, and they tried to make me drink it, and I tell them, no, Mama and Papa never made me. It was always optional.
Yes. The old Mississippi mud pie. I can tell you from Mississippi. Senior Chief Lawrence, what information do you have for the news listeners today?
Anything I could tell you is classified. If anybody's told you anything about what's been going on lately, it's classified as well. I'm going to need their names. We'll need to turn them in, at least like talk to them. But if you see any homeless ladies and they're like collecting stuff like cans, but then they're eating fried chicken like an hour later, report that to your nearest no, that's probably no. Yeah, the fried chicken's classified too as well.
Thank you, Senior Chief Lawrence. We appreciate your time. However, it should be said that this news network cannot confirm the existence of homeless American citizens at this time in which employment is so bountiful. Alexei, what information were you able to find for us and the fine American news listeners?
Well, don't tell anyone, but I am secret agent, and I had to cut off the power to the diner but people were watching the TV still. The TV still worked. I don't know if this is new wireless thing from the Russians. Not that I would know anything about the Russians. But it worked, and they were watching as if nothing had ever happened, and I don't know.
See, very strange times indeed, and quite the Kentucky charm you have there. Well, as you can see, folks, strange times indeed. And now a word from our sponsor, Frosted Sugar Pops.
And now back to our regularly scheduled movie. All right. Thank you very much, Reporter
Let's
Green.
go out to the movies.
So, the very last thing that happened is you had cut to power and had seen that the TV was still playing and had found some information in the random stuff of the homeless lady who is no longer homeless and now eating lots of fried chicken.
Mhm.
You thought
She
you
was
should
in
probably
there?
follow up on those leads, but that would require going back to the base.
Mm.
The top secret military installation that's not so very secret, in which you all work.
I mean, if Stanley could keep his mouth shut for like 5 minutes, might keep it secret.
What secret? What are we talking about?
Oh, see,
I got the
there he
keys.
is. So the TVs are still on. We're still in front of the diner, or did you
Just cut the
leave?
power?
Yeah.
You're still in front of the diner until you decide as a group if you want to move the scene to daytime and see what you can find out while you're working, or if you're going to do something at night with a bit of skullduggery.
I think we should sneak into that kitchen back there, Chief.
I mean,
See
Not
what
really
they got cooking
equipped.
back there.
I'm not really equipped to handle this right now. Also, I haven't slept. It's kind of late.
I am well beyond my normal sleep time. It is after 11:30 p.m. All people should be asleep at this hour.
Does he even sleep? Yeah, you
I don't-
Dr. Franklin.
I sleep
Um,
exactly 8 hours at night.
Precisely on your back, yes?
Precisely.
Ah, yes, like the old country. You have rock for pillow too.
No, I have one standard, regular, normal, comforted tension pillow.
Too easy nowadays. You people, us people, do not. We should not have all these luxuries. It makes us soft.
All right, so here's what I'm saying. We should go home, get a good night's rest,
But we just cut the power, Chief. We're already halfway in.
and the TVs are still on, and that's
They're
weird.
already
and
they're already occupied. It's not, they're glued to the boob tube. They're not going to notice us slipping in through the back door, especially when it's dark.
I mean, as far as I know, they're getting their red orders from their communist alien masters or something like. I
Red
know. I said-
Communists here in
I said the
Honolulu?
words. I said it. I said it.
Senior Chief Florence, I don't believe accusations such as that are warranted at this point in time. Obviously, this is nothing that nefarious.
I know. It was wrong of me to even bring it up.
I'd
Well,
almost rather hear alien overlords.
they're communist alien overlords because they're communists and they're alien. So
Well,
I
there's
thought the
only
aliens were
one way to
Republican.
find out, boss.
right, everybody wants to go into the back of the kitchen. Raise their hand.
While I do feel that this time should be spent sleeping,
Franklin.
we are here.
All right. Thank you. Your hand. All right. Everybody who thinks we should go home and sleep, raise their hands.
I mean, eventually,
Okay. Well, it looks like we're going into
So
the
it
kitchen.
was 3
so-
for going home to sleep and 4 for going into the kitchen. That was close.
With a
Right.
total
That's
of 4
democracy,
votes.
Chief. That's democracy.
That is democracy. It's not communism. All right. Which, communism is just totalitarianism. I don't know if everybody knows that has nothing to do with socialism.
That's right. I'd rather be red than dead. No, wait. I'd rather be dead. Well, that doesn't make no sense. Hold on.
I
Stanley.
would rather be
Stanley.
skin color.
Right. All right. Also, Stanley. No. Anyway, okay. So let's go in the back. Stanley, you still got the key to this place?
Oh, sure. I got it right here.
No, Rose.
Always prepared.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna go in back. Everybody grab a piece of wood or a crowbar or something like that. And let's see what we can figure out here.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Okay.
I do not need any weapon. My body is weapon.
I will
That's-
pick up the top of a garbage can and use it as a shield.
Are you
All
gonna
right.
try to be sneaky?
I
Yeah.
feel like we should.
Yes.
Probably
We-
not
we
necessary,
should
but
be very
let's try it.
Let's have the person with the worst sneakiness roll for the party.
What's
The
sneaky?
worst sneakiness? Wow.
Is that
You're gonna-
larceny?
So, we'll do. First, I want to see if you even get through the door without making a lot of noise.
Oh god.
Okay.
So, in
So,
this case,
yeah.
it's going to
How many
be
errors?
because you're going through the back of the building. I'm going to have mercy on you and not make you use Dex. I'm going to have you use cunning. Cunning plus athletics.
Oh.
My total is 2.
Oh well, Franklin. Mine's
Bless you.
3, so
Wow.
I think you're it.
Does anyone have less than a 2 combined with athletics and cunning?
I've got 5.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
Would you like to use? Would you like to use any of your boosts or hope to make this better?
Yes, I have 1 bonus die I have accumulated. I would like to do that, please.
Okay.
How do I add that? Or do I
It
just
should.
roll it?
Yeah, when you
Oh,
put up the
wait,
roller,
I
I
can
should
just
ask you.
I can just click in one of the fields and then take it off after.
You can, plus the roller will ask also.
Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
if you have a bonus. Did I get a bonus? I think I got a bonus. No, I didn't get a bonus.
You got one in the other game, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's see those 3 dice. Also, don't forget about your quips and your trademarks
Here we go.
and your path bonuses you can use once per story.
Oh shit! Look at you.
You got 4 successes with 3 dice. Look at that.
The fuck
Wow.
out. Wow.
Oh my
Would you
god.
Is
like
the
to-
night.
Would you like to use
I
a
would-
stunt for the party with that extra? You actually got 2 extra successes. I set that at a
Ah.
DC of 2.
Wow.
I didn't look at the stunts. I apologize.
I have them handy here. Let's see if any of these might work. Figured the first couple sessions we'll get used to using them and stop and look at them a little bit.
Okay.
Stunts. General stunts. Cunning
Yeah,
strike,
he's the-
no. Yours like a
He's the
bat,
head of the
no.
base. General
Fiery
stunts.
tamper, no. School of hard knocks. Sharp tongue. Something about them. Oh, 2 additional successes list. Hold on, let me look here.
Well, before you do that, Everyman, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
one of our good friends here in chat want to give you a bonus die on your next persuasion roll.
Oh.
So
Thank you.
go ahead and mark that down. Thank you so much.
Shout that person out, Steve.
That is J3 billion.
Got it.
Three lots of zeros. Thank you so much.
1 million. Wait. Yeah, that's 30 million. Anyway,
I mean, it is now, sure. We're going to let you take the stunt insanely swift. It's the only one that I feel fits this scenario.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Which means you're able, if you get through the door without any trouble, you're going to be able to move very quickly to the restaurant, which lowers your chance of being noticed.
I like this.
All right, Stanley. What you got?
Oh, as I open the door and I move through. Well, actually, we'll wait till I get to the kitchen.
Okay, Stanley.
Yeah.
Give me that larceny plus dexterity.
Plus Dex. All right, you got it.
Don't forget your quips. You can use them as often as you like, and if the party thinks it's worthy, then you get bonuses.
Not yet. Not at this point in time. No, I don't think it's fitting. But
It's probably
I think
not.
in-
I'll just
in a
be
moment
throwing
in
that.
May.
I'll just
Actually,
be throwing that
I-
out a lot to get everybody.
what I
used
was
to
waiting for to get to the kitchen, but I think now would be the best time is as I'm going through here and everyone, we're trying to get to the door. Stanley has the key, obviously, and I'm the one that's most likely going to trip us up. So as we get through and I move so swiftly and I don't make any noise, we move into the restaurant and we see all the eggs in the background. Probably the only thing that's still left over there is how about some ham with those eggs?
Are you trying to seduce the eggs?
Yes.
All right, the three of you. Was that a good time for his quip? Did it make you giggle?
It
gotta
made
vote
me
yes or
giggle.
no.
I'm
I'm
a sap.
confused. I don't know.
it made me like lower my head and kind of gently face palm.
Oh.
And, like,
I think a face palm is
Does he get the
mildly in
award?
agreement.
yeah.
I'll throw in a
Now,
bonus dice for
we
my
actually-
thing because I had some carryover from last session.
Okay. For you, Steve, you actually did that out of order. Normally, you do the quip before the roll, and if you succeed, then you get a free. It's not called a raise. You get a free success to it.
Success.
Okay, so I get a
Roll
free
then.
success to in my next roll.
No, you would have gotten it to the one you made as you made the quip. So,
Got it. So you need to do the quip before the roll. Understood.
all right, Stanley, what you got?
Alright, 6 dice. 2 successes.
2 successes. Because you had the right tool for the right job, your difficulty was only 1. Therefore, you've exceeded your successes by 1. None
Oh,
of
wow.
the stunts
Okay.
really apply. So, I'm going to double check you can do this before I tell you you can. Hold on.
Alright.
Just want to confirm one more thing. Sorry, we have a awesome person in chat here. Karo Hemd. Sorry if I said that wrong. But they're asking where they can get this. They came from Meet the Sea character sheet, and I just want to confirm this is a custom sheet that your brother made, correct?
That is correct. Send us an email to vorpaltales@gmail.com, and we can make that happen for you. You do need to have No, you don't. It's a character sheet. So no, as long as you have, I think even the free
Roll
subscription,
20 account?
it'll still work. Any kind of Roll20 account for a character sheet, yeah. So yeah, again, vorpaltales@gmail.com. We can get you the code you need for that.
Perfect. Thank you.
While I try to find this, Stanley, talk to us about eclairs.
I think they're friends? I'm not sure.
So I think what we want to do is so now that we've opened the door, we've got in. We're trying to get into the kitchen at this point, specifically what we're trying to go into. Do we know what we're looking for, like specifically, or not? Obviously,
Well-
we don't know what we're looking for, but do we know what we're hoping to find?
She said that they had weird water. And
she did say that.
I was
They
working
did.
at the
Alex did say
diner
that.
helping the waitress Rose, who is now also blankly staring into a TV watching Bonanza or whatever the fuck it is. And they were busy in the back like mixing all this stuff up, so I wanted to probably check to see what they put in the chicken batter or whatever as part of their thing, cuz I made my own tapioca sandwich before I left, so they didn't
What-
get their grubby little commie hands on it.
When
Uh,
they said they had
uh,
weird water, what did that mean? When they had weird
Water
water.
that moved? I think
The
is what she said.
water-
Oh, the squiggly water.
Did the
Yeah.
squirming? It was like it had jello in it with the maggots, like Mama and Papa used to make.
Gross.
That's disgusting.
So is pudding sandwich.
No, it's not.
No,
you ought to
it's-
try it sometime. You want to take
No.
a bite?
Oh.
That sounds gross.
The tapioca pudding looks like the squirmy water a little bit, but less.
Oh, maybe we should investigate that too. They were down in those chocolate shakes, like they were going out of
Maybe they were-
business. Or
Maybe
something.
they were tapioca and chocolate shakes.
Perhaps the
no.
janitor is compromised.
Fucking janitor.
I do not feel that unwarranted suspicions of each other is warranted at this point in time. We obviously are 4 people who are capable and centralized to a location that have the appropriate means to solve whatever insane situation this is. Let's stay
Nobody's
together
cute.
as much as possible.
I mean,
On
Well,
the
he
same
says,
side.
yeah.
That is
Doctor.
correct. I am most trustworthy of all. But
Yes. Yes,
I
Alex.
have backup plan. I have the explodey bits if they come to attack.
sorry to hear about
You
that.
gotta go to the restroom?
How did you have kids with that?
No, not the no. Who has children? I don't know what you're talking about.
Aren't you married with kids?
No, I am married with wife and a dog.
What? No, that's not what you said earlier.
I believe
know-
I
I don't
believe
know.
it's referred
Sounds
to
like
as
the
a
American
fur
dream,
baby.
Doctor.
That's great. What? No. The
The
dog's
director
fine.
yells cut and hits the clapboard, and he pulls Sean's character aside and says, No, you're not supposed to address the changes. You never notice. You have met all 5 of him.
Them.
Right.
And you just accept it when they switch.
Right.
Get
Because
your
we're
legs
really
straight,
bad
huh?
because we're really bad at edits in this movie.
Right. But that's great. Okay.
Okay, so stunts. You can either use an actual stunt, cost of 1, 2, or 3 or more successes as listed in the book, or you can make it a complicated stunt and make a complication for another character, so like an extra or a villain or whatever.
Hmm.
That only really applies if they're involved in the scene. You can also use an enhanced stunt, which means you can take your extra successes and carry them over to your next action. If your next action succeeds, you get that many extra successes above what you needed to do other things.
I
And
like
lastly-
the latter of those choices.
And lastly, you can make a difficult stunt, which makes it harder for other people to do things directed at you. Again, I would want them to be in the scene.
Cool. I like
And-
the carryover success because I'm naturally have terrible luck. So.
All right,
Those are rolling
we shall
dice.
carry it over
Okay.
because you got more than you needed.
Do
You
we
get
think
it?
we want
Cool.
to completely avoid anybody in this scene, or do we think we want maybe someone to stumble in on us, and then maybe we could get like maybe the Rose like separate from everyone that's in the main area,
Oh,
and
and then I gotta talk my way out of it.
not well. That just might give us more information about how she's acting or what's going on with her. Like maybe
Well, hi
we can
there,
use,
Rose.
yeah,
Nothing
maybe we
weird
can use
going
that
on
to our
here.
advantage somehow. If we want to change the scene. Just a thought.
I think we just want to see what's going on in the kitchen first before we
Okay.
see what's going before we involve anything else.
You make it through the door. You swiftly make your way through the past the walk-in cooler, through where all the trash is. That trash smells really vile. It's
Mm.
also weirdly hairy. Like there's a lot of hair in the trash.
Can I take a sample of that?
Look.
You can, in fact, take a sample of the hair.
Yes. Dr. Franklin
not
pulls
touching
out yet another pristine, brand new vial and tweezers and takes a sample of the hair.
You have strange hobby.
You never know when a
Look at
sample
Ron.
you never know when a sample will come in handy.
You don't take that home, do you?
And then you actually make it
Where else will I
into.
store it in the proper climate controlled conditions?
Dude.
Then you actually make it into the kitchen.
Okay.
There are a bunch of cleavers out and meat tenderizers and other assorted kitchen tools for dealing with meat. And in a big, lumped together, sort of smoothed and rounded heap that's about that high. I'm hitting things. And about that wide, about 3 by 3, is meat. What that meat is a mystery. You might say this is mystery meat.
Huh.
A 3
That
by
ain't
3
spam.
block of mystery meat?
And you know, kitchens have those like gallon jugs of cooking oil. 7 empty ones just scattered everywhere.
Can I look at one of the jars and see what it says?
The mystery meat isn't in jars. It's just on the table.
That's what, but I want to look at the oil, like where it came from, or is it just normal oil?
It is normal cooking vegetable oil from John and Jane's Crafting Supply Center in Missouri.
Huh.
Cooking Supply Center, not crafting.
Hey.
I was gonna say.
Cooking is a craft.
Well,
mean-
yeah.
Hey, Stanley. Is this the usual oil she uses? Do you know?
I don't know.
Stanley, let's see if you ever
only
noticed
worked
a
here
detail
that
like
one
that.
night. What's that?
Let's see if you ever noticed a detail like that. You could give me intellect plus culture.
Intellect and culture, you say? Very good. Okay.
This meat
Ooh,
is
I have
like,
0 culture. That's my specialty. Oh. All right, so I guess do I add the modifier of 1 from the carryover?
No, that only works if you succeed already, and then your success is better. An enhancement bonus is
Oh,
added
got
after
it.
you succeed.
Oh shit. Okay.
It lets you gain momentum to keep carrying successes forward.
I think I'm gonna make. Hey, I made it. No shit.
One is what
So
you
that would be
needed.
2
Nice.
You
successes.
succeeded with 2 successes, which means you once again have an extra. This time you can
Nice.
save it to give someone a complication against you because there is someone else in the scene. You just haven't realized it yet. Would you like to make their
okay.
life harder?
We
Okay.
do. I think
All
we wanna
right,
make their
we'll
life
use
harder.
it to make their life harder. You do remember, in fact, that yes, this is the cooking oil she normally uses. But those 7
Yeah.
gallons is usually what she needs in like a month.
Wow. Yeah, this is all normal, Chief. Except they don't use this much in one night.
Yeah, that seems weird. Doctor.
And then you all realize that you're in the kitchen, but this is a diner. It's a short order cook diner. You're all standing there around the table where they prepare the food, talking to each other out loud. You all look over in unison as the camera zooms in to the big open window between you and the dining area, where the bell is. And all the people in the place may suddenly notice that you're there. Let's find out.
oh boy. Can I duck?
We will see how well they do and see if you need to duck.
Okay, listen, this meat is just like what they had in the boarding school that I was raised, where we learned how to where we learned how to dance the ballet.
I feel like this meat's human meat.
Ugh.
I got
I've
nothing.
never seen so much fried chicken before. I swear, this must be some sort of an Elvis convention or something.
While we're waiting to see while we're waiting to see if they see us, I'm gonna need a sample of that mystery meat and a sample of that cooking.
You're on
oil.
your own there. You're on your own there, Doc.
You know,
It's like-
I once heard that the human body tastes like chicken.
It tastes like pork. Tastes
Did
just
you
like
hear
pork.
that from a cannibal?
I mean,
Yes.
The people
That is
in the
exactly-
restaurant had 2 dice. I took one away because Eric gave them a complication. However, they still rolled a 10.
Oh my
Which means they
god!
got 2 successes.
Ow.
They all
Which
turn
means-
as one and look at you, and you realize they're all just staring at you.
Hold on. I have a quip. This whole day has just been stepping in one monkey pie after another.
Does he get the award for that?
100%.
Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Carries.
Can I? Are we allowed to? No, never mind. I already used it. Shit. Because
And
that
you
would
can
have been.
actually use your quip as much as you want. The more you successfully use it and the party thinks it's funny, the higher the bonus goes.
Okay, so can I then go back to the thing that everyone facepalmed about earlier? Look at the short-term cooks who have now spotted us and go, how about some ham with these eggs?
There you go. Now you got it.
Yes.
Okay, that works.
100%.
Good timing. Yes.
Okay. They all stand as one in unison. And they're going
Here we
to
go, guys.
and they're going to chase you out of the restaurant. I need you to run.
Is it time for
No.
explodey
So-
bits?
Starting with the doctor here, we're going to do athletics plus dexterity, and you get 3 bonus die for your quip, Steve.
Oh
I-
wow.
You max at 5 bonus die, by the way.
Okay.
I would like to explode
I would like to explode.
the people.
Well, that's a good thing you
I
had
got-
those successes.
It's very good I had those successes. Holy crap.
Senior
Wow.
Chief, Same thing for you. 2 bonus dice.
What is it? Athletics and dexterity?
Correct.
And 2 bonus die? Is that the modifier?
Yes.
So I put 2 in the modifier?
Correct. Four successes. Okay.
Nice.
You beat the difficulty by 2. What would you like to do with those 2? You can use a stunt, which there is a stunt called Swift Movement, which basically lets you immediately outrun them. In this case,
Okay. Is there something where I can like distract them to throw them off type stunt? Or
you can give them a 2
Explode.
dice penalty to whatever they roll to chase you. Yes.
Yes, I want to do that.
Mm.
Okay. Stanley, your turn. No bonus.
Oh, what is it? Oh, I have hold on a second. I have bonus dice. 1 bonus die to physical from last session, so I'll include that, so I'll actually get 6 dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
1 bonus die. Ho! 3
Dang!
successes.
Look at
You
that.
exceeded the difficulty by 1. What do you want to do with your free success?
I want to give them a complication.
Done. All right, Alex,
As they're running
Lexi,
through the
Xander.
kitchen, like pots and pans falling and shit on them, tripping all over the place, slipping on the grease.
All right,
Friend,
Alex,
they get
Lexi,
one.
Xander. Your turn.
um,
I'm just gonna call you Al.
no,
Call me
Alex. Would this be a scenario in which I can use the explodey bits?
Refresh my memory on what
Throw,
that was.
you throw a grenade at them?
The trope is self-destruct.
Oh shit, you're a robot!
Oh, you want to use your trope? Yes, you can use your trope once per story, which in our case means movie. And then you
Oh.
get 2 bonus dice for using it.
Do I want to save it then?
Life model decoy?
If it helps any, I won't always tell you this information, but as we get used to the system, I will. This particular movie lasts at most 2 more sessions. So tonight and 1 more, maybe just tonight, depends how it goes. The other movies will be longer. This is the intro movie.
Then yes, I will be the last to leave, and as running out, I will throw them a letter that tells them after this letter self-destructs, this letter will self-destruct.
Is it in Cyrillic? Is it in Russian?
Yes.
All right.
Naturally. До свидания.
All right. Let's see how
Holy
badly
crap.
you messed them
Wow.
up.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, what do I roll for that? Athletics and dex?
Oh,
for
right.
the-
You need to roll your dice. I apologize. Also, you add 2 to the dice for using your trademark. Your trope, sorry.
So modifier 2?
Yes.
Or okay.
Two more successes than you need. You want to throw them all at them?
Wow.
Or do you want to keep them some of the split the difference? What do you want to do?
Split the difference.
So, would you like to use the 1 point stunt to... I'll give you the exact wording until we get them memorized.
Should I have stunts?
They're in the book. If you have the book open, you can just keep it open to there. And also the book recommends that between sessions you write down the ones you think you'll use frequently. So you have them ready.
Okay.
They begin on page 84. '84 talks about how they work, and then it gets into them farther down. The stunt you'd be looking for would be, wow, the one I just said, and I forgot it already. Running
Yeah,
really
which one?
fast stunt,
Yeah, okay.
Running really fast.
and then give the bad guys yet another penalty.
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Also,
So
I lied
we're
to you,
all-
Sean. It's 112. 85 is just how it works.
Oh.
112 is where the actual descriptions are.
So we're just all bolting out of this kitchen, and via combination of all of us, dropped a ton of penalties on these guys.
You reduce them to 1 die. Yes.
Nice.
Awesome. Awesome.
There are stunts, by the way, specific to you guys also, not just general ones, but the general one I was referring to was insanely swift.
Right.
The best ones, though, of course, are unique to your path. Okay. Let's roll their 1 die and see if they get a 10 again.
Bastards.
Everyone plug ears. Things are going to explode.
Oh!
What?
So, as they give chase, they are in no way able to catch up to you because you all far exceeded 1 success. They only got the 1.
Nice.
So, you take out the back. You take off out the back, and you decide, because this is a B movie, that doors are lame, and each of you throws yourself through a separate window.
Cool.
There are
Naturally.
now 4 broken windows in the back of this place.
Yeah.
You all hit the
The
ground.
fact that there's
for it.
4 windows in the back of a diner is another thing.
Exactly.
Oh, and as we fling ourselves out the window, does the explosion happen to make us look super, super cool?
So Dr. Franklin goes through the window, flails around with his arms for a minute, hits the pavement, slides a little.
Oh,
Senior Chief hits the ground, rolls, comes up in the crouched, ready to shoot something position, and runs. And
beautiful.
Stanley just kind of Stanley just kind of lands on the ground, goes and runs off. You come out last.
Made it.
You come out last, and you land in a crouch, and then you just stand up in slow motion, walk away while the diner explodes, and the car across the street explodes, and then 3 power poles explode because this is a big budget movie.
Oh my god,
Filmed in Technicolor.
I love it. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying.
After we get a little bit of distance between us and the explosion, Alex,
Yes.
that was quite a large explosion.
Did not they teach you that when you went to ballerina school?
I have no response.
The camera fades out, and when the camera fades back
That's
in,
the
the 4
perfect
of you,
last line to that.
Yes. When the camera fades back in, the 4 of you are on the trolley going to work like it's a normal day. No mention is made of the exploded diner and most of the street. However, no other employees are on the trolley today. And in fact, Stanley is driving it.
So,
As you discuss, as the camera pans over the town, and all you see is empty streets, a car with a door hanging open, and a newspaper blowing through the wind. And then it zooms in on you, heading towards the facility. The facility, of course, has clouds over it and a lightning bolt striking for no reason.
No reason.
Beautiful day.
Done.
how did everybody sleep?
We
Short.
were supposed to sleep?
Well, I mean,
What is this sleep? I sleep with one eye open.
why is it I can never get a straight answer?
Well, Mr. Senior Chief Lawrence, I slept less than desired as my bedtime was oddly moved from the appropriate 11:30 p.m. precisely. So
To 11:57.
to 11:57. I still, though, woke up as desired at exactly 8 hours from 11:30, in which I promptly usually fall asleep.
Franklin, it's good to see that the stick's still in place. That's reassuring.
I caught a cat nap at a red light a few miles back. Does that count?
That explains why we're late.
Sorry.
So, even though you may not have caught on to exactly what's happening yet, you are very aware that something is very wrong in Hanamalu. Your only lead came from Rambling Jane and points to Keone Mahalona and Project HNCP-003. You are aware that your facility keeps most excellent records.
So, if we're the only ones on the trolley, that was something I did want to bring up. Go ahead.
I have a file on that.
Not on this one, you don't.
Dang it.
However, because I took that away from you, +1 dice to the rewrite pool. Max of 12, by the way.
Nice.
And don't forget, if you use at least half of the rewrite pool in one scene, you all get a bonus XP for the session. However, my personal house rule is there has to be at least 4 dice in it.
Okay.
Minimum 4 days. Okay.
Let's go ahead and
Alright, that
roleplay
makes
getting
sense.
there while I deal with that noise you just heard.
Unusual sleep patterns aside, as we are the only ones on this trolley today, I feel as though this is an opportune time for us to discuss the day's itinerary. Obviously,
What
there's
is it?
well, obviously we seem to be the only ones capable of moving forward and figuring out what happened last night and what's happening overall here at the facility in the town.
Well, Doc, I can get us in most places in the facility, but I can't get us into the classified information area. That stuff's all classified, so that would be under your jurisdiction, right?
That is fine. It's under one of my jobs. Is under my cousin's job at the facility.
Your cousin
You
works
got a
here.
lot of family members that work at this facility, Alex. What is it exactly that you do for us here?
I do many things for the facility. It is for the greater good.
Naturally, yeah. All right.
Right.
I
Can't
can
argue with that.
I can obviously help get us into any of the scientific laboratories and hopefully access any of those materials. I, for one, would like to examine the body pulled from the ocean, from the bay. I can't help but believe that there's some sort of connection between the long-lost deceased and what's happening right now. Things like that do not just happen.
No, that's definitely
Not a
weird.
coincidence, not at all. No, I don't believe that either.
Stanley,
I would
eyes on the
like-
road.
Oh, sorry. What? I thought
The
we were on
camera.
a trolley.
The camera pulls away, and time passes. You arrive at your jobs, and then both Alex and the doctor go through all of the files they have access to. And after digging through them for at least an hour between the two of you, what you find is that because the open records room is available to all employees, even Stanley's level. However, neither Mahalona's personnel file nor the files on HNCP-003 are kept here. There is a note and an empty file saying all information is classified. That means the information is kept in the classified records vault. None of you have the necessary clearance. You will either need to break in or otherwise find a way to access it. The room itself is at the end of a short hallway, with a guard in front of it behind a steel door.
Hey, Larry, you think your boss might be able to get access to that area back there?
The guard showed up to work?
Yeah, did everybody show up to work?
If you look down the hallway, you do see that Pelakiko, the guard you talked to the other day, is in fact on duty in front of this door today.
Huh.
As far
Okay.
as this facility itself, the majority of the people here are on shift, yes.
So,
Is my boss there?
You have not seen her yet.
Are they acting normal?
Would you like to interact with someone to find out?
Yes.
If so, who? Janitorial staff, facility staff, security, fellow researcher?
Fellow
How is-
researcher.
Only one fellow
How is the,
researcher is in today, and his name is Doug. And Doug is sitting at his desk facing away from you, in front of a typewriter when you walk in. You may have the seat.
At least it's not a television.
Excuse me, researcher Doug. Do you have those test tubes for Dr. Franklin? Oh God.
No.
Excuse me, researcher Doug.
Yes.
Do you have any fried chicken? I forgot my lunch.
No. But if you find
Excuse
any,
me,
I could
researcher
eat.
Doug. You could eat, I suppose. You could with like some foods, I guess. So researcher Doug, do you have the files on the splicing of the DNAs of the shrews and the fishes?
No.
Okay, well, the wife says hello, and I'm going to go assist the Dr. Franklin now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And
How
you
did that
exit the
go,
room.
Alex?
That did not go well. He is like a robot.
Oh.
And he wants the fried chicken.
What is with the fried chicken, y'all?
I mean, fried chicken's good. I can understand
Yeah,
the sentiment.
I know that, but why do you need to eat it by the truckload?
I mean, if I could, I would, but my heart, it's just not gonna. It's not humanly possible. Tyler, I have a
Yes.
question. So I have the power, the trope, special cash, which means that no matter where I am, I can declare that my character has this cache of weapons or gear nearby that happens to have the exact item I need in it. Is
Correct.
it possible that my time working here, I've duplicated all the keys to all the rooms?
Mhm.
If you turn in the trope, I will let you have the key, but then you still got to get past Palakiko.
What do you mean turn in the trope?
Use it. You can only use those once per story. Each of those things.
Once per
Oh.
session or once per the entire game?
For tropes and trademarks, once per story. Not the entire
Which are
game.
like
story.
arcs.
There are 4
Okay.
stories in this particular arc.
Gotcha. Once per movie, or
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Well, some of these say like once per game session. Once
Oh, yeah.
per.
Right, but I think that one's only once per story, right?
You are always prepared for whatever may come. No matter where you are, you can declare that your character has a cache of weapons or gear nearby that happens to have the exact item she needs in it.
I think it's if like you need a
If it doesn't
blowtorch or
specify,
something
then
like
it's once per story. That's the default.
that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna burn that one. I'm
Done.
I think
gonna.
that's a good use.
Please describe to us how this happens and where it is.
So in the back of my locker, in my locker room, I have like a false wall. My guy's kind of a preparatory sort of dude, not like bunker level, but just like he always makes sure he has like a little something extra.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Uh-huh.
When I assume you're like taking us to your locker to say like I have this thing, and you take us to the locker.
Right.
When you open the locker,
Mm-hmm.
what does it look like?
It's pretty neat. It's got like my old like Navy jacket hung there that I wear when it gets cold some nights.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of pinups. There's a broken mirror that's smudged that's there for just, I think it was previously there and I just never bothered to remove it. There's another pair of shoes, another hat, and three pairs of socks, and 2 pairs of extra underwear. Because,
You always need a spare pair of underwear. I mean, yeah.
right, and also
And
you
a
gotta switch out
lockbox
your
full
socks.
of keys.
Right, and then you kind of knock out the back wall a little bit, and then like this box full of just like this keychain with just dozens of keys on it comes out, and like just like, okay, we're good.
It's a lot of teeth there, Chief. You know which one it is?
Yeah, I labeled them all. There's like little pieces of like the packing tape are like wrapped around the tops of the keys, and they're like with permanent marker marked.
Gee golly.
Where they go. Yeah, well, in case things happen again.
What
Let's
would you
get
like
in
to
that
do
vault.
about
Let's go get it.
Palakiko?
Perhaps I can persuade him.
Perhaps she could
Might
persuade
be able
him
to help you.
between the two of them.
Persuasion plus manipulation and roleplay it. Roleplay it before you roll. You may modify the roll.
So I'm
But
gonna
I'll
use my
use that plus one.
trademark.
Okay. What you got?
Hello, Palakiko. My name is Koshkin. Alex Koshkin. You have never
Who?
heard of me. You have never heard of me. But
Did she get the award? No one said no. I'm giving it to you. Continue.
Oh, wait, is that her thing?
That's her trademark. Yes,
That's
that's
awesome.
one of them.
You
I'm
have
Alex Kushkin. I am Alex Kushkin. You've never heard of me.
Nice. All right.
Koshkin, Alex Koshkin. You have never heard of me, but I am here to relieve you from position. I am here to guard the vault of secrets, the secret vault of secrets that keep the secret secret.
Fry Squint. Roll it. Difficulty lowered from 2 to 1. And don't forget to add your 2 extra dice for the trademark. The quip, sorry, for the quip.
Jesus.
Oh my
Holy
god!
cow.
You
Whoa!
So-
Whoa!
5 extra successes. No, 6.
Wow.
6 extra successes. How would you like to split
You didn't
those
even
up?
need me,
Probably
man.
gonna want to make a note somewhere.
Jedi mind trick level shit going on over
Holy
here.
crap!
Oh wait, no, something went wrong. It counted all those as successes. Only 2 of
Oh.
those were.
Oh.
Curses.
It did-
Yeah, I
it's-
think
sometimes if you bump
isn't
the
adding
default
bonus-
DC,
yeah, I think
Still got
bonus.
2 successes minimum.
yeah.
True.
Let me check something
I'll-
real quick, just so we know. No, that's the first time it did it. Probably just bumped the difficulty is all. No big deal. Alright, so 2 successes means you exceeded it by 1. What would you like to do with that 1? Basically, choices are use one of your skill tricks for G-Man or a generic skill trick that costs 1 point, or bank it and add it as an enhancement to your next success.
I think I'll bank it for now.
Okay. Fry Squint. Alright, sure. Shambles off, disappears around the corner. You hear his locker slam, you hear the crinkle of paper. I do love eclairs.
I'm so glad you said so. I got some in the back. You want me to pull them out of my locker?
You've got some
Stanley.
what, Stanley?
Stanley. Just
Some eclairs, you know.
oh, Stanley.
I'll use that +1 that persuasion that I got from our. Hey, there you go. I got a success. Chew on this. It's good.
We had it. We had it.
So, Stanley wanders off with Palakiko and starts small talking him. You have now distracted Palakiko even longer. This may buy you some extra time to dig through the notes, through the records.
Cool. Gotta unlock that door and get into that room.
You put the key in and you're like, clank, clank, and then the door opens. It's a ridiculously thick vault door for secret records for a government facility that doesn't have any secrets. You pull it open, you know, it's like that thick, it's like a vault door.
Huh. Such a small key, too. All right. Let's get in.
When you pull the door open, all the fluorescents turn on all in a row.
Oh,
The room
That's
itself,
cool.
I feel as though I have to tell you at this point in time, the last time I did anything even remotely like this was around the same time Philip Doorway betrayed me and got me stuck at this facility. Damn you, Philip Doorway.
Okay, does he get an award for that? I'm pretty sure that's a trademark, isn't it? Or a quip?
No, that's I'm not officially, no.
Not official. Okay, never mind.
it should be though.
You can buy that with his XP when he wants.
But
yes.
the backstory is that I broke in and stole like records when I was in school at the behest of my friend Philip, and he used that to get me kicked off of the science thing I was on, and that's why I'm here. So
Yeah, Franklin.
literally,
How'd that work out?
well, now I'm here trying to figure out why this town won't stop eating fried food. So, not great.
Again, it's not a problem. It's just a problem. But okay.
You walk inside, and you see that there is a wall with a bunch of filing cabinets, another wall with a bunch of filing cabinets. But most of those filing cabinets look like they just have supplies in them. Some of the drawers are hanging open. There's some desks in here. Most of it's empty space, except at the far end of the room, up against the wall, is some kind of weird screen, like a TV, but not. And this thing in front of it with buttons on it. That's weird.
Can I science it?
Dr. Franklin says, "Oh, that's a computer. I could probably use that." The
What?
rest of you were like, "It's what?"
Ah, yes, a computer. It is possibly the future of scientific endeavors. It's been used in many businesses recently. I believe the first one was put to use commercially in 1951. Yes, the U.S. Census Bureau actually started using one. It's quite an interesting contraption. Would you like to know about it?
So the screen is like
I would not like to
the
know
glass is
more.
like this big. It's like this is the size of the glass. But the thing itself is like 4 feet by 4 feet. And then there's a giant steel box next to it that's 6 feet tall, and it looks like ticker tape comes out of it.
This gentleman and Alex represents the absolute pinnacle of human achievement and the greatest, smallest achievable measure of processing power capable by man.
It looks
I'm
like
not there,
box.
I don't think. I'm still with
You're not there, no.
Honko.
Oh,
You think these things will ever get small enough to fit in a house?
absolutely not. That's outrageous. This is as small as we can get them to process the amount of raw information that we need to be able to process with them.
It's
If
a very
anything,
large box.
If anything, they'll just get bigger as we need more and more information shoved into it. That's how information works. As you put more in, things get bigger.
Yeah, that tracks.
Inside the computer.
So, the person
What
with
you're
the
saying
highest-
is the files are in the computer.
Okay, how do we open it? I'll open it right now. Grabs a tool and starts to pry open the box.
Oh, Alex, no. Observe. With but a stroke of my finger. Click. And can I
Dr.
science?
Franklin. Here? I'm married to husband.
So,
Oh,
With one stroke of my finger.
you get one extra free dice to the rewrite pool because I'm taking control of this scene. Franklin
Oh,
says,
no.
"Observe, click, whir,
What just happened?
Little
I
smoke
computed.
comes out of the
I
main
computed
box.
information.
Computed. It's a verb.
All right, you're gonna have to fix it now.
What?
Oh God.
Wait, are we gonna have
Okay.
to go inside it?
Don't.
Technology
logical
and
explanation.
computer are kind of interchangeable. So whoever's got
Okay.
the highest of that should make the first roll.
Technology or science?
No, technology is computer. It's kind of interchangeable at this stage of the
Okay.
world.
What attribute would you want to add to it?
Intellect.
Okay.
I have one
Fine.
dot in tech.
We're
And
gonna have to
13
like
intellect.
switch reels or some
My,
shit here.
my total would be a 7.
Woo!
It's pretty big.
Roll it, Doc.
Okay. Don't worry, everybody. Sometimes the raw computing power distorts the information inside, and you just have to quickly recalibrate. Observe. With but a few strokes of my finger.
Again, this is now not the time nor the place. There's a lady
One
present
success.
also. I think a lady. Wow, Steve.
I got it a success, and that's all that matters.
Right under the wire.
Not in this case, I'm sure.
You have any bonus die or enhancements that you can add to this that will buy off complications?
Hmm.
You should probably work on stroking your finger a little better.
You know what? I'll practice.
Okay.
No, I didn't use a quip ahead of time. So
Computer, would you like some ham tags?
Shoots out a dot matrix and says, nope.
Right.
um
Can I give him my banked die?
Hmm.
No, sadly, those are all you.
can I do you guys mind if I roll the rewrite pool? I mean it's only one die.
Or
Do we want to bank it to try to get better stuffs?
Actually, you don't need to because you didn't fail. You just can't buy off the complications, which also means the rewrite pool goes up to 3.
Okay,
Hmm.
let's just run with it.
Okay. So, you managed to fix the computer, but it only has time to spit out 3 printed sheets of paper before something actually catches fire inside.
Oh my.
That shit's dead now. However, it did give
Franklin.
you were able to print out 4 printed pieces of paper. You were able to print out the file on Mahalona, and then that file referenced 3 projects he was part of, and you got a printout for each of those projects.
Okay.
Ready to take notes? 'Cause here we go.
You set fire to box.
With but a stroke of my finger.
Mahalona, Keone. Date of birth, 8/15/1922. Place of birth, Hanamalu.
Sorry. Who's taking notes? Does it need to be me? I can take notes.
I can take notes. Maybe go a little tiny bit slower because I'm a slow writer.
I got you. Let's do this. Start over, Tyler.
Keone Mahalona. Date of birth, 8/15/22. Place of birth, Hanamalu. Gender, male. Also, if you do miss something, I'll dump it in the Discord channel. You can see it later. Copy paste.
Then let's just do that. I would appreciate that.
Okay. Marital status, single. Highest education, biology bachelor's. Projects, BBH027. Human exoskeleton through gene splicing via DNA of previously unknown deep-sea anthropomorph. Project HNCP-003. Increased pain tolerance and obedience through implementation of maritime DNA. Project MQP-001. Deep sea exploration via bioorganic diving suits using DNA of colossal mutated maritime creatures' offspring gathered from the Challenger Deep Trench.
That all sounds terrifying.
Obviously, I apologize. There seems to be some malfunctions with this computer. Obviously, someone didn't calibrate it correctly. This makes no sense. It is gibberish.
Project file BBH-027, which is the human exoskeleton through gene splicing. Status ongoing. Project leader Kyoka Kalua. Scientists Max Cunningham and Hoffland Vaman, deceased. Overview. Proposed by Dr. Cunningham, BBH-027 seeks to grow human cartilage over the skin to create an exoskeleton. DNA samples were taken from secret Devil's Reef Island incarceration facility near Innsmouth, Massachusetts, from the anthropomorphic amphibious captives kept at the facility. First tests yielded uncontrolled cartilage growth, requiring surgery to free the subject's nose and mouth. Dr. Cunningham remains optimistic that new experiments will yield better results.
Do we know any of these names?
No.
Okay.
Well, Kyoka Kalua is the head scientist at your facility. That's Steve's boss that he was asking about.
Okay.
Project HNCP-003. Status closed as of 2/7/1949. Reopened by redacted. Project leader Ewan McAllister. Scientists Kyoka Kalua, Keone Mahaluna, and Jane Chastings. Overview. HNCP-003 seeks to infect subjects with Hospitomerania cerebrophagia to increase both pain threshold and compliance. Previous experiments with Hospitomerania cerebrophagia, colloquially known as the brain-eater eel, have resulted in subjects becoming compliant as long as they are fed fat-rich foods and allowed to watch movies. Neither of these are sustainable behavior for our subjects. Hospitomerania cerebrophagia consumes the host's brain, leading to erratic and eventually self-destructive behavior. Parallel studies HNCP-047A and HNCP-047B indicate this cycle can be slowed with sufficient mental stimuli and independence prior to infection. Unfortunately, independence is not a trait valued in our subjects. One incident involving Dr. Johnson's running study suggests Hospitomerania cerebrophagia is vulnerable to smoke, likewise a trait we must seek to remove before subjects are sent into combat situations.
Ha, and I exploded some earlier. Lots of smoke.
And last but not least, Project MQP-001, status ongoing under review. Project leader Kyoka Kalua. Scientists Max Cunningham and Hoffland Vaman, deceased. Overview. Octopodo Gargantin Colossus has only been documented by top-secret advanced military deep-sea exploration vehicles, reverse-engineered from extraterrestrial technology. An exceedingly rare species. Only one specimen has ever been located, and size estimates are around 180,000 square feet. Facility HHK-22B currently has a sample of the DNA harvested from an egg, removed from the creature's nest and kept in redacted government facility. When the DNA is infused with specially prepared rubber treated with chemical HRF-6672-C, suits made from this rubber can withstand deep-sea pressures of up to 4,000 feet and causes the suit to radiate a blue glow, allowing user to see up to 10 meters in all directions without the need of lights. MQP-001 is currently under review, as after several months of use, the suit began to pulse and shift almost as if it was developing a life of its own, and ultimately resulted in the death of a user when the suit simply removed itself from the user at 4,000 meters and disappeared into the ocean.
Hi.
Oh,
That's probably how that guy died.
All right, so I know you said it was typo, Dr. Franklin,
clearly.
It's a whole lot of typos.
and I'd like to believe that it is typo, but maybe I'm just not comfortable with the phrase aquatic alien overlords.
Did
Kind
you
of
get
nailed
the
that
award?
one. Oh yeah, that was.
It's good, because you're about to need to roll dice, but you have a moment to
No.
roleplay this.
Huh. Hey, question. Homeless Jane. Is that Jane Chastings?
Are you asking me or each other?
Both.
If you're asking me, roll intelligence plus culture.
Well, that's
That's
not
a
gonna work.
really good connection.
Wait, what did he ask?
If Jane Cummings from the report is homeless Jane behind the diner.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Did I bank any die? I don't think I did.
Oh, damn.
This is gonna be shot in the dark here. Oh shit!
Damn!
Damn.
What the
Not only do you recall that yes, that is the same Jane, you can have a free bonus die for picking up on that clue. 2,
Nice.
Holy shit.
the doctor that says deceased, you remember something about that. It was really weird. He was perfectly
Oh, yeah?
healthy. He was like 35. He didn't smoke. He ran every day. And then one day he just wasn't there, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, sudden heart attack. It's a terrible thing. Such bad cholesterol. The man ate nothing but salads and fruit."
Good man.
How many successes did I need?
2.
Can I? So I get to bank 2.
If that's what you want to do with them, that is correct.
I would like to bank 2. Yes.
Okay.
Huh.
And as you're
Okay.
looking through all of that, Stanley comes running in and says, "Guys, guys!" And he's too late, as Dr. Kalua barges into the room, flanked by 2 beefy-looking security guards in
shit.
military fatigues with the tilted hat, and demands to know why you're trespassing in here.
Kalua is my boss, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing in this records room? None of you have access to this. And what did you do to the computer?
That's not true. We got access from
No.
Mahi Mahi
No.
over here.
Yeah.
No,
Damn,
no.
Stanley.
Just Stanley. So we smelled the smoke, and we sent the security guard, very helpful man, to go and get the help. And so I opened the door to try and find the smoke smell, and we put out the fire.
I was just sharing my donuts, y'all.
And I was asked to try to fix the computer machine. Yes.
Computer machine.
Yes, the
Yeah.
computer machine, the big box of uselessness. Yes.
Where
would
there's
like-
smoke, there's the computer.
I would like Alex to roll persuasion plus manipulation. I would like Senior Chief to roll manipulation plus let's do integrity. And then I'm going to need Stanley and the doctor we're going to do it in this order, one at a time. So Stanley and the doctor will need to roll dexterity plus larceny. So you first, Alex. Persuasion plus manipulation.
Okay. Do I have a modifier?
Two bonus
Can I
die
use one of my
because you
banks?
used your trade. Yeah, 2 bonus die because you used your other quip.
And difficulty 8.
Yeah, always 8 unless I say otherwise, which is rare. You needed 2 successes. You were solid. One to
Awesome.
succeed and one to buy off the complication of broken computer. All right, that's you next, Senior Chief.
All right.
Don't
Doc.
fuck it up.
Doc, if I'd known you were coming, I would have baked you a sweetbread.
Does he get it?
Yes, please. Oh god. I did not expect that.
No, that was a good one.
Plus 2.
I didn't
Plus
even-
2.
That was great.
All right.
And if you do succeed, you'll get 2 more because of your bank successes. You'll automatically buy off broken computer if you get at least 1.
I did not see that
okay.
coming at all.
2. Submits. Submits.
That means you succeeded by 3 more than you needed. 2 more.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 more. My bad.
Okay.
What would you like to do with those 2? Give them penalties? Hold on to them?
I would.
split the difference?
I would like to give them 2 penalties.
Okay. 2 complications. Stanley, you first for the larceny. No, I'm sorry. The doctor first, because the doctor's trying to pass you the printouts, and you're going to make them disappear into your pants.
Okay. So
My
since
overalls.
since that's what we're doing with the papers, that's exactly what I wanted to know. As I'm doing that, I want to try to fold them like they're in like they're nothing that important. But at the same time saying, Dr. Kahlua, sometimes the solution to what you're looking for is right in front of you the whole time, and I'll pass to him the papers while looking at her.
Is that one of your quips?
That is one of my quips.
Does he get the bonus? Nobody laughed. It doesn't mean it wasn't good. Well timed.
It's. I think it fits into Franklin's like inability at social skills. I'm for it. I'm for it.
You don't have to say
I
yes to
see.
everyone.
I
It's
see
okay.
people nodding. You can get your +2, Steve.
Okay.
Remember that when you use more than one quip, you have to track their dice level separately.
Okay.
Also, after you use a quip, you are free to turn it back in and draw a new one, or keep using it and try to get higher dice.
Oh.
So
Ah.
after you use it, it gets like a bonus die. Is that how it works?
You get 2 bonus die for the first successfully voted use. If you use it a second time, you get 3. If you use
Yeah.
it
Up to 5.
3 and 4, the third and fourth time you successfully use it, you get 4 dice. And the 5th time you successfully use it, you cap at 5 bonus dice, and then you're done with that quip. The only way you can keep it after that is if you have a power that lets you keep the quip.
Okay.
Remind me, I need to get a new quip because
Yeah.
it's time to cut the apron springs. Can only work once, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I'd like to get rid of the one I just used.
Okay. As soon as we resolve the scene, we'll do that before we forget.
Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Boom.
You needed
Wow.
2.
3
You got
successes.
1 more than you needed.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that
Nice.
free one?
Do I need to buy off a complication or am I good?
You needed 2, 1 to succeed, 1 to buy off the complication.
Then I'll bank.
All right, and Stanley, last but not least.
I'm gonna use one of my bonus dice from the last session's carryover. I
Okay.
have 2 total.
Yep.
Roll that die right now. Bam.
Exactly what you needed. You were able to talk your way out of it and get out of there with the papers without having to punch guards.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
You successfully slip out. We're gonna have to talk to you later. We're gonna have to have a meeting about this. It's going in your permanent files. Get out of here.
My file is under Alex Boschkin, my cousin.
Makes a note.
Thank you.
Okay. Random or personal choice, Steve? If you want personal choice, then you can go through it and pick the one you want.
Random.
Okay.
Oops, I gotta look at that. Yeah.
Squip. Quips.
Also, before we start the next scene, we should go over everyone's aspirations for the rest of the session.
Yes,
We should-
because
we
if
should
you
have
all
new
complete
short
your
ones.
aspirations in one scene, you all get a bonus XP.
Mm-hmm. Like, we should all be trying to accomplish our short aspiration for this session.
Yep, and if you do, at the beginning of the next session, you get new ones. You by default you can have 2. I started you with 1 to ease us into the system, but once you all complete your first one, I'll have you all write down 2 each. Quips. $248. And was that quip one of your quips, or your free draw from any? Like, which deck of cards did it come from?
One of mine.
Do you remember which one?
No, not which one it came from. It was sometimes the solution is right in front of you, but I don't know which tree it came from. Sorry.
Please enjoy this great portent. So go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's 15. So D20. It's 18. If you roll 19 or 20, we'll just do it again.
Close.
17. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everything I ever feared is correct.
Okay.
The scene fades out, and as everything fades to black, our heroes are in a huddle as they head outside towards the parking lot because they need to get out of here right now because they got to deal with this immediately. This isn't something that can wait. The whole town's being taken over.
What'd you find out, Doc?
The whole town is being taken over
Or we
by brain eels.
Brain eels.
Dun dun dun.
However,
The
as it fades
eyebrows
out,
with the voice.
it does not fade back in on our characters. A little title
Gasp.
comes up and says, 4 years ago,
Ah.
constructed by Hawaii's military government after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, facility HHK-22B has seen its grants triple under the Cold War. The facility's mission is the development of biological enhancements for U.S. troops. Its public mission is to study fish DNA. However, their leading project, HNCP-003, experimented with brain-eater eels to make soldiers more pain-resistant and compliant, until one of the samples infected a lab technician, Keone Mahalona. The scene shows the lab technician in his office rocking back and forth and holding onto his head and pulling at his hair and pulling a chunk out, and he looks at it and he just starts laughing and his left eyelid twitches a lot. And then he goes crazy and starts smashing everything. You can see the facility's commanding officer, Ewan McAllister, frantically calling in for guards as armed military soldiers come in, surround Mahalona, hold him down, and carry him into the lab, where they attempt to extract the eel from his brain, but neither the eel nor the person are compliant. And he breaks free, taking several guards out with him, and runs. There is a chase scene and a final confrontation atop a cliff overlooking Hanamalu Bay. You see Mahalona's body fall towards the water, because this is a 50s movie. It pans in on the faces of everyone looking shocked, and you hear a splash. Thinking that was the end of it, McAllister terminated the experiment, and you see them burning all the documents, and you see him being fired as his superior yells at him frantically while he points dramatically. However, the camera then zooms back in on the bay, and you see that the brain-eater eel had laid a cluster of eggs inside Mahalona. The eggs hatched, and normally, these eggs would take several years to gestate, and then they would eat each other, and the strongest would survive and be the large brain eel. However, A recent earthquake disrupted the nursery, kicking up the body and the larva in the lake. You see the body surface, and you see all the baby eels, instead of eating each other, deciding to work together for the greater good. Can't trust the communists. Then charging towards Soar, where they immediately begin infecting local swimmers.
Communist brain eels.
I need to inspect that body.
When you said they had a final confrontation, I swear the next words that were going to come out of your mouth was at a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't even know if there were any yet. That's a good question. I should look that up.
Yeah.
1953. Someone look that up for us. However, you all come rushing out of the facility, rapidly talking to each other about what you're going to do next. When
What'd you
suddenly-
find out, Doc? What happened to Keanu Mahi Barcelona?
Before you can answer him,
Jesus Christ.
before you
Okay.
can answer him,
Before you go on,
That's not okay, Eric.
KFC was founded in the 1930s, but yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I'm
Oh,
seeing it founded
okay.
September 24th, 1952.
That was the first franchise. Oh, well.
So it was a regular restaurant before that. Okay. So, as you leave the facility, there is a massive earthquake. This one is massively more powerful than the first one was. It knocks you all off your feet. Cracks appear in the wall of the facility. A telephone pole falls over and explodes. Hits 5 cars. All 5 cars explode. The trolley explodes.
Jesus.
Everything explodes
Jesus.
except the facility. A random tree explodes.
Can I
And
lose
then
my
everything
shoe?
calms down. And then everything calms down, and you look around, and you hear the town's alarm siren sounding in the distance, and angry plumes of smoke rising from the volcano.
The
What was
volcano's
that?
exploding.
Oh my goodness!
Nothing else is exploding right now.
Okay.
Holy smokes! What was that?
That was
It seemed like earthquake from volcano.
bad.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think everything I have ever feared is correct.
God damn it.
That sounds like a long list, Doc. Why don't you start right now?
From those reactions, I think you got approved.
Yes.
Brain eating
100%.
eels. Brain eating eels. Science being corrupted. Volcanoes and bees, actually. And yeah, those are my fears.
Bees?
These are terrifying, Alex.
Oh no,
What
I was
about-
quoting
I know you're
against
speaking
humanity.
English, but I have no idea what you're saying right now.
What about spiders?
I was thinking
That's-
more along the lines of murder hornets.
That's personal, Tyler. I don't appreciate you airing my business out like that.
What do you do now? You can't take the trolley home. It's exploded. There's
Okay.
like 1 or 2 unexploded
Like
cars you can try to steal.
So it's
Wow.
I think we need to have that awkward transition scene where we're for some reason outside the facility.
Oh, you are.
But-
That's where the earthquake happened.
Right. But now I need to I need to go back in.
Why?
Everybody, I have to get back into that facility before we leave.
But we
Why?
just left.
If it's for the
Yeah.
body's not in that facility. It's at the sheriff's department in the morgue.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
the sheriff found
never,
that body, not the army.
Never mind. Disregard. I need to get to the sheriff's department. I need to get
Oh,
to the police station.
Well, good thing
Oh,
I
okay.
got this massive king ring with all the keys to the cars on them. So
Well,
Oh
but
no!
Hey, to the sheriff's
Oh no!
office, too?
That was only for one scene. You're gonna have to hotwire a car.
and that was for the building.
the cars are at the building, so it counts.
I do
We
not
need a
think
ride.
should
We
go
need to get a ride
sheriff.
over there.
Sheriff may perhaps be also controlled by eels.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I'm gonna go with everybody's controlled by eels by this point, including Stanley here. But he's
So-
got
What you
the dumb.
talking about?
I'm just assuming you have a dumb eel in your head and it doesn't know what to do.
My friend, I do not think that Stanley has anything for eel to eat.
There's only 2 unsmashed, unexploded
You know
cars
what?
left in the parking lot, just so you know, and then you can continue. There's a 1950 Cross the Station wagon and a 51 Studebaker 2-door.
I'll take the station wagon.
Being the
A
home
sensible,
life.
economic decision. Very wise, Alex.
No, it'll be nice change from my fancy rich car with no husband, no wife, no children.
Understood.
Okay.
All right,
Where's
I
the,
hotwired the car.
where's the script editor?
Hot wiring the car is going to be larceny.
She keeps changing her goddamn lines.
Plus either dexterity or cunning. You have
Might be able
dice
to
for
help
that
with that.
there, Alex?
I do.
All right, let's have at it.
I'll just act as a lookout.
3 successes. You had a base
Wow.
difficulty of 1, complication of earthquake, complication of it might explode. You got exactly what you needed.
Yes.
Nice.
I too might explode.
You managed to break into the car, and now you're trying. You're doing the spark thing. When 2 security guards walk outside to survey the damage, what do you do? Rest of party.
I lean back with a cigarette and act like I'm just enjoying a cigarette in my vehicle.
In your car, okay.
Yeah.
I pull a really bad acting move and I go, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I just point away, like from where we're at. So they all turn and look, and then we jump in the car and leave.
Persuasion plus manipulation, Stanley.
Awesome.
What is
Oh
it?
my God.
Persuasion plus manipulation.
Oh, shit, I'm not very good at this, guys. I'll use that one last bonus dice. It's a long shot, but let's see what happens. Okay. This one, blah blah blah. Yeah! I got one! Hey!
There it is.
Success with complications, which means another dice goes into the rewrite pool. Now you're up to 4. You're at 4 now. You could get your half bonus at some point. You're like, oh my God, what is that? And they all look. They don't see anything, and they look
Oh
back
my
at you as you all
God.
jump in the car, and they say, hey! And they pull out guns, and you run off as they shoot at you. I'm gonna need Dex plus Drive from Alex.
Please don't
Alex
get a
is driving? Oh,
shot.
shit.
Pilot?
Yes,
Yeah.
pilot.
Okay.
2 successes.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's see what they got.
Alex invents NASCAR.
Oh, God.
I'm going to add the 2 dice complication we didn't get to use before, right before the earthquake happened.
Nice.
That you assigned. They get 1 success. You beat them. You escape. There's bullet wounds in the
Nice.
car, but you escape. Back to you.
That old school 50s like sound effect.
If I had one, I'd have played it. Yes.
So while driving like a
Dragnet
crazy
sounds.
head. This reminds me of the one time that Mama and Papa were teaching me how to drive, and then the one time that they died in the car accident, and I was adopted by another family, and then that family was dead also, and then
They died while you were driving the car? Get me
I
out!
feel like that was a timeline, not so much just a string of consciousness.
I can take my bike.
it was. And maybe I not tell you the rest of the story. It involves too much backstory and disturbing past.
The camera is facing the windshield as you talk, and it sees the 4 of you, and you're all doing this in perfect unison. And it's very obvious that the scenery behind you is fake, and the car's not moving. Continue.
So, I feel like I just kind of want to punch one of these fish things.
I
That would
missed
make
the
my
whole
day better.
conversation, Chief. I'm sorry. What are we talking about? Eels and fish? Fish things?
Yeah. Okay, so there's eels in everybody's brains, eating the brains, and we need to use smoke to get it out of the brains.
Yeah, we have to
Smoke?
use the smoke. And perfect plan. Let's offer them all cigarette.
That's not a bad plan. It's really not a bad plan. It's not a healthy
You know,
plan.
I think I got a flamethrower in my shed.
Okay.
And
we
that's
said-
when it occurs to you, Stanley. The bag full of weapons and explosives and tools that you had brought with you the other night, you left them behind when you ran. However,
Oh, no!
there,
Where's my
however,
bag?
however, there are probably enough parts you could salvage from town to build a flamethrower.
I can do it. I can do it. I can make a flamethrower if you just get me the right tools. You know what I mean?
All right, hold on. We will turn into town.
Franklin leans the wrong way. Okay. As you pull through into the town, the streets are empty. That same newspaper is still blowing down the street. You pull your car over and get out. Because there's cars blocking the road, like people just stopped them and got out. So you can't really get through.
What's going on here?
Normally, there's a stray dog that runs up to you every time you get back into town. Even that's not there. Normally, there's cats loitering around the dock. Even those are nowhere to be seen.
They brain ate the dog?
No.
There's no dogs, no cats, no people, no nothing. The siren
Oh
is
my
still
God.
sounding.
Ate the dog?
The
Jeez.
siren
It's
is
a
still
dang
sounding,
ghost town.
and it's very eerie.
Did they eat the animals? Oh, no.
You don't know. You do know there was weird, hairy mystery meat.
No.
Oh,
You
that-
do this to me every time.
That's
You
messed
ripped
up.
my hellhound in half. And then,
But you summoned it again.
hey, it was a different hellhound. There's a hellhound
true.
puppy mill, okay?
It
That's
went to
right.
Hellhound Heaven.
She gets
That's
all her
right.
hellhounds from the hellhound shelter, so now it's even
Oh.
worse.
All hellhounds go to heaven.
All hellhounds go to heaven. Look for
Oh,
it
that's-
soon on DVD.
That is a fucking t-shirt.
For those watching, that's a reference to one of our other games. You should check that out sometime. Mutants and Masterminds 3rd Edition 2-session short story. So, very
So-
eerie. The siren is still going off. There's no one to be
Chief-
seen. Not even any
Chief-
animals.
The chief goes into the back, gets the tire iron.
Okay,
Let's
you
get
have
to
the
work.
tire iron.
I have the tire iron.
It's not quite a precise scientific equipment you have there.
Yeah,
We
but
need
it'll
to,
fucking hurt. So
I need to get all my gear together so I can make the right stuff. It's time to put the eye in survival.
That's really good timing on that one.
nice. Nice.
One banked. All right.
Also, Stanley, I'm going to give you a new quip that lasts forever across all sessions. Once you hit the 5 bonus die, you can always use it. It is, you want an eclair?
You want an eclair?
So write that down.
Sounds good. I am writing that shit down right now.
Well, Stanley, I understand that you want to go create yourself a flamethrower.
Yeah, a flamethrower shoots fire, blows up a lot of smoke. We need smoke to get the mine eels out of people.
We
Probably
need
once we get to
smoke
the-
thrower.
Yeah, that's actually true. Probably once we get to the police station, there's probably some stuff there that you can use to build what you need to build.
I have idea.
They probably have like tear gas or smoke grenades or
I
something.
have idea. Does anyone
Okay,
know
let's hear
how
it.
to do the beekeeping?
The what?
The beekeeping, the keeping of the bees, the things that
I-
make the honey, the bug.
Alex,
yeah.
I don't much like
What?
bees.
Okay, but listen. So we don't need the bees. We need the skills of beekeeper because beekeeper needs smoke to smoke bees to make them tired and sleepy, and then the bees they do not sting.
Oh.
Hmm.
These eels are like bees. They don't like smoking; is bad for health.
Right.
Well,
So
that
we need to
is
get
true.
them-
That is what the Surgeon General says. I think he is right. You know any
Nine-
beekeepers here?
No,
Oh,
But I understand what Alex is saying. This seems to be a really good opportunity. If we can get everybody in town into one place,
We could just
Like-
smoke them out.
like a hive, we
And a
could
lot of
smoke them
Lucky
out.
Strike cigarettes. No. And a flamethrower. That'll do it.
Who has the highest culture?
Not I.
I have
Oh!
1 dot in culture.
I was just gonna. Okay, I won't say it without the roll.
No, go ahead. The reason I'm going to ask for a roll is not something any of you know. It's unknown information. So if
Okay,
you've got
'cause-
something that's already been mentioned, say it.
I was gonna say. After we inspect the body, I think what we need to do is then find ourselves the smoke, but we need to organize or plan some sort of feast/movie night at town hall.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
perfect.
A bonanza marathon.
Yes.
Now who's got the
The-
highest culture?
The Benins. Yes. I just have 1 dot in culture.
I have no culture.
Same.
You uncultured swine.
Pretty
What about
much.
you, Doc Franklin?
Tons of
No, I have 0 culture.
All right, let's collect plus culture, Alex.
Alrighty.
You people
see
are
what
terrible
happens.
at the pop culture.
culture.
I am super spy. I mean, so anyway.
One success. Alex, you remember 2 facts. 1, this town does have a drive-in theater. 2, also, this town has what's her name? Hold on. Lilinoe Kali'i is a local who has the town secret that isn't really a secret, but it is a secret. Nobody talks about it, even though everybody knows it. Big old weed crop behind her house. And lots of weed killer. Flammable weed killer.
Huh.
Hmm.
You can say that to them in character how you want. Those 2 facts.
So, I remember these things. There is drive-in movie theater we can use. And they will have the windows open. We will just billow the smoke. And then, does anyone remember the Lilinoe Kali'i?
Huh?
You all recognize the name. She's the town stoner.
Am I
Yeah.
not speaking
Oh, yeah.
English to you?
No, it's just, your Kentucky accent's just way too thick sometimes.
I'm sorry. It is part of the yeehaw blood. So,
You have now earned yourself another quip. I'm sorry, it's my yeehaw blood. Write it down.
Oh God!
Yeah, blood. Wow.
Oh God! So,
And then, did you tell them both things, or did I stop you too soon?
she has the weeds that she uses to do the smoking. We can use.
She needs a gardener? I don't understand.
So, she has the killing for the weeds is very flammable. We can make the fire go whoosh, get the brain eel people being controlled high while they watch the bonanza on the drive-through theater.
Oh, I understand now. I get it. Yeah, that's a great idea, Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah, now we just need a flamethrower to burn some weed.
I can help with that.
And
Just
that
do my
Right.
things and we'll be
is
good
when,
to go.
and that is when you see a sight for sore eyes.
Huh.
Somebody actually walks out from a nearby building, and you're like, "The town isn't empty. Why are they just staring at us?"
Hi. Uh-oh.
And another person
No.
comes out from another building, and then 5 more people behind you, and then 7 more people from another building on the other side of behind you.
This
People keep
This
coming
reminds me
out,
of
and they're
last
walking
night.
towards you.
which way's the sheriff's place?
That way. They're not
Cool.
walking anymore. They're jogging now.
We should go.
Oh,
Chief, what's going on here?
get to the sheriff's office.
You have 2
It
choices: turn and fight, or turn and run.
Run.
You said there was 14 of them.
There's like 25 now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Run,
Don't think we
move.
can do that.
I think I'm gonna have to build that flamethrower a lot faster now.
Yes, we run.
Yeah, I suggest we run.
Be quick. They're all full of trans fats. They're too weak and they're too slow.
Survival plus dexterity, starting with Alex.
Alrighty.
Or, I'm sorry, cunning, not dexterity. Survival plus
Oh.
cunning, starting with Alex.
Dang it. Survival.
Oh, I thought it was athletics, but
Okay,
Woo.
Stanley.
talking me?
Yep, your turn. Survival plus
okay.
cunning.
Survival. Hey, 3 successes.
One extra success. What would you like to do with it?
I would like to create a complication for the enemy.
All right, Senior Chief. And Dr.
2
Franklin.
successes.
1 success.
There it is. There it is. All right. So, you all take off running, and 3 of you are in control of your faculties enough to not panic and veer away from the party. 1 of you, however, is not.
Oh no.
Dr. Franklin, when 3 of them appear charging in front of you, 3 of you go this way. Dr. Franklin goes that way around the 3 of them.
Smart man, that Dr. Franklin. He is distracting them so we can get away.
Actually, I think he's just kind of an idiot.
No, clearly he is communist spy. He has brains.
Wait, what's happening? Wait, what? I'm running with you guys.
No, you were distracted and you missed it. 1 success was not enough. 3 bad guys came running towards the front of you. 3 of them veered that way. You veered that way. You've been split from the party.
Oh my, no. Okay, excuse me, you're all running the wrong direction to the sheriff's office.
Thank you for making greater good and being distraction. We will get the smart things. Meet you at the sheriff. I told them you went to sheriff.
And then the crowd separates you.
I'll try to duck into an alley and hopefully be able to meet back up with them at the sheriff's.
I'm gonna
Hang in
need
there,
athletics.
Doc. We're coming.
I'm gonna need athletics plus might. No, I'm sorry, stamina. Athletics plus stamina from Dr. Franklin.
This is definitely the moment in this movie where the scientist is killed by the monsters.
Or just brainwormed by him.
Let your stunt double take the damage.
1 success.
Yeah, can't you do that stunt double thing?
You gotta have
Some
the
big
ability
beefy
to
dude,
do
long
that.
hair.
Oh, that's an
You
ability?
can look up how cinematics work, but you have to be able to activate cinematics. They're not free.
Okay.
Whilst I do the roll, you can scroll there real quick if you'd like.
Yeah, Sean, hook me up. Tell me what I would have to do to make that happen.
Hook me up.
Sorry, guys, I'm
There
going
it
to have to
goes.
rewatch all of last week's show.
Oh no.
Cinematic powers, there they are.
4 people are chasing you, Dr. Franklin. You manage to duck around the side of an alley, and they veer to chase you, and one guy is slipping as he veers. You knock a trash can over, he trips over it, lands on his face. The other three, however, catch up and overtake you and all tackle you, and they use their own cinematic stunt. Grapple.
No.
2 of them are grappling you.
Can I attempt to kick one of them in the balls?
You can. You can, in fact, attempt to kick him in the balls. So, close combat plus might.
How about some ham with those eggs?
No. No. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll allow it. That makes sense.
That
And then I'm kicking him in the
Yes,
balls.
You're kicking him in the hams and the eggs,
you
yes.
made that.
Huevos in Spanish has two connotations, my friends.
I made that what, Sarah?
Yeah, so versatile, that phrase. You've used it for sexiness. You've used it for trying to distract. You use it as a threat. Like, okay, next thing I know, you're gonna be using it for like a romantic scene where you're like trying to seduce the Cthulhu monster.
Oh.
I just.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to call
Plus
the
4 dice.
understudy,
Oh, go ahead. Tell us. Yes.
to call the understudy, it costs 2 rewrite dice, and he can just do it. He can blow it. He can call the understudy at any point during the scene, from which point the
That would be
understudy
half.
portrays her character until the scene
Yeah, four.
ends. Player can then rearrange the character's skills as he sees fit. The character cannot rearrange an understudy player character cannot have.
Understudies are terrible at combat, but you could also use cinematics to call in the stuntman.
Oh, is that the other one?
Yeah.
Dr.
And if you do
Franklin?
that-
You just turn
if
into
you
the
do that-
Hulk?
If you do that and the party lets you, that's half the rewrite.
Well, I went
Yeah.
ahead and I rolled. I didn't realize I was listening, but I didn't think I
Oh,
was gonna do it right
holy
now.
shit!
So I rolled my close combat
mind.
and might. Just kind of a throwaway there.
And he
Apologies
never
to-
had children ever
Apo-
again.
Apologies to chat for such a random roll, but that's a 7 total.
Yeah.
Kicking
All right. Never
someone in the
mind.
He
balls.
explodes!
How about some
now
ham with
has
those
ham
eggs?
with
Wham!
those eggs.
So
Please,
holy
please, his
shit.
pants explode.
they're
Please.
holding you down,
Yes.
one with each arm, and the guy is looming over you. He pulls out a jug of squirmy water and he's pouring it in your mouth, and it's like right before the water comes out. And you're like, "How about some ham with those eggs?" And you kick him right in the nuts. And
He explodes.
remember that noise Roger Rabbit made? That's the noise this guy makes. He doesn't explode, but the jug of squirmy water does explode,
Yeah. Not into my mouth though.
which makes water go everywhere, including hitting power junction in the alleyway, which then shorts out and explodes, which makes the building it's attached to explode, blowing all 3 of the guys off of Dr. Franklin, who's then laying there on the ground with an O face, and everything is his face is covered in soot and his hair is straight up in the air. But he got hurt.
Wow, that was straight up Looney Tunes.
Okay.
You all hear the explosion from like a half a mile away.
Huh.
What was that? Oh no, Doc! Hurrying up the jury rigging of the flamethrower. Comes out and everything's already exploded and everybody's dead except Dr. Franklin. I'm like, what the hell?
The other 3 of you, on the other hand,
Wait. Before the chief turns to Alex. Is that you?
I did
Great.
not have enchilada. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take that as a negative. All right, let's go.
Explodey bits! You should keep saying explodey bits.
Unfortunately, those were not my explodey bits, but it smells a little like ham.
Smoke ham?
Like smoked ham. A couple
Okay.
eggs in the morning,
Oh my god.
scrambled with some cheese.
And an eclair.
I mean, if you're bringing them, sure, I'll eat the eclair.
So
Onyx Path, we'd like you to know we're not just gushing when we say this is our favorite game ever.
this is amazing.
Oh god, my face hurts so bad.
Okay.
All right.
I just because this okay. I just want to specify something really quick because this is so perfectly has fallen into exactly what would happen in this movie, where one of the group gets separated, has this little scuffle, kicks someone in the balls apparently, causes a massive explosion. So now all I can see in my head is the hard cut back to these 3 who see an explosion from where their friend ran off to, and now they assume I'm dead. And there's going to
Right.
be like a 5-minute long period where I'm dead to the audience.
Yeah, but notice none of us actually talked about you dying.
I get it, man. But
I sure hope
know
that
what?
wasn't Dr. Franklin who just blew up.
You know what? I'm moving Dr. Franklin to level 1. I feel like
was I not Did you give me a level 0? You know you can't do that, right?
Well, no, you were my level 2, but Alex is so much better.
I just kicked
level
You are
two.
you are you are
I just
allowed
realized
to
what
do
you're
minor
talking about.
changes in the first session.
I just kicked a alien squid person in the balls so hard a building exploded. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No.
you win. You win.
So,
You're level 1.
as you three are
Fine.
running, the eel people are flinging themselves at you left and right. Let's see what happens.
Ah,
Cheers, guys.
Eel person flings themselves at the senior chief.
What do I roll?
You know, we're waiting on it to roll.
Oh, it did roll. It said athletics and might roll.
1 second.
You now roll. I'm not sure that's a dodge. Let's check and see. Soak is going to be your stamina. Let's see if there's dodge. I can't exactly remember, and I don't have that document.
Close combat. I would imagine it's like a comparison between their combat roll and our combat roll, and I guess the difference, the successes is what deals damage.
Most of these systems, you can choose to dodge one of the attackers per turn, but I gotta look see how that works in this one. Combat roll, attacking and defending, page 91. The target decides to accept or resist the damage. If you resist the damage, you resist it. If you accept it, you automatically fill out all of the dots. And for you, Sean, it would be your bruise health level, and you immediately get the benefit of the bruise health level. If you resist it and you fail, then you might take some pips on that rank.
I would like to resist because I have the ability to do that. I can
Okay.
roll an extra die to shrug off damage.
Okay.
What if if I have a trademark, what does that do?
Trademark can be used once per story if you enact a trademark to give you 2 bonus die. Also, we
Okay.
were wrong earlier, at least I was, for everybody watching. Your
Tropes?
tropes can be used an unlimited number of times unless it says otherwise. It's not the other way around. It's unlimited or the amount listed.
Right.
All right.
Trademarks, though, are linked to specific skills, right? So I thought.
Right, he'd have to use the skill. He'd have to use one of the skills the trademark is connected to. Right.
Like, for example, when I did Koshkin, Alex Koshkin, it was persuasion.
Right.
Ah, okay. Nice.
But I'm guessing the senior chiefs are probably tied to his combat skills.
Yeah, I'm basically a combat guy.
Ah, okay.
So, if you're going to resist, in this case, since I gave them an action before you, which,
Mhm.
by the way, puts another dice in the rewrite pool, I didn't let you roll initiative. You just roll stamina or dexterity in this case. Instead of just soaking the damage, I'm going to see if you get out of the way.
I'd rather
It's not
soak
something
it.
you can
I'm better at
automatically
it.
do, by the way. This is something I'm letting happen for this scene.
So dexterity, that's it?
Correct. Normally it would be stamina to soak. In this case, I'm going to do dex to avoid getting tackled.
Alright.
Your co-host is adorable, Tyler.
I know she is. She's prettier than me. It's good for getting clicks.
Look at the puppo in the back.
She's so cute. I miss her.
Boom. 2 success.
You succeed. You're out of the way. Stanley, your turn.
All
See what
right.
happens.
I'm rolling the same thing.
Not yet. First, we got to see if they even succeed.
Excellent. Might. 1 success.
Same thing. Yes. Roll dex. Straight dex.
Just dexterity. Okay. Three successes.
You easily get out of the way. And last but not
Jesus.
least, Alex.
Jump over the counter.
Sorry, I literally was just staring at your dog, and I I'm just
Uh-oh.
like sitting there staring at Holly.
You have
Athletics.
a harder dodge. No, dex, not athletics.
Shit.
Just dex.
Just Dex, nothing else?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like this. Oh god. I'm gonna die.
Oh no!
No. Oh no.
Oh. 2 more success dice go into the rewrite pool. So now we're up to 7. 12 is the max.
Can she use them now?
No, well, when it's her turn again, she can try to use them for something. However, for Stanley,
Yes.
you can use your extra success for a combat stunt. You needed 2 to beat them, that you got 3. A 1 success combat stunt is knockdown/trip.
Yeah, I'll knock one of them down. And since we're in the sheriff's office right now.
No, you haven't made it there yet. You knock down
shit.
the one that was going to tackle Alex. However, Alex trips and falls right on her face. And before you can turn around, they dogpile her like in a zombie movie.
I have
No!
to cite one of my aspirations here, which is help someone in distress.
Success accomplished, 1 XP. This is a good time to stop and discuss yours with each other in case maybe you can all get them accomplished in this scene somehow, being very clever. I'm going to let you do that for a second.
Mine is to punch an aquatic menace.
This seems like the scene.
Yeah. Mine, so, well, what was your long term?
Who?
You. 'Cause we
Get
have
it right
short
up.
term-
So I have 2. 2 shorts, 1 long. Get back at them fishermen, punch an aquatic menace. Another short one is torpedo a giant aquatic monster. My long is get a write-up in the local newspaper for killing a monster.
Nice. They're also unrelated. So my short term is tell my tragic orphanhood at least once. And then my long term is keep my country I'm officially spying for secret.
Which technically you did by talking about your parents getting killed
In the car accident, right?
in the car
This is true.
accident.
Or was
Yeah.
that not true?
Both sets of parents.
That's right.
What's your other short-term one?
Oh, I only had 1 short term and then 1 long term.
What was your short? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, tell my tragic orphanhood at least once.
Okay. What you got,
Yes,
Eric?
it's the words.
Eric
Now,
did
if I
it.
actually accomplish that short, does it go away and I get another one?
Correct, but we'll rewrite them outside of the scene. Also,
Alright.
you get an XP.
Nice.
Does
All right,
mine
so I
count that
just-
Sean pointed out?
No, long term is much more complex than that. I have to present an obstacle to you that you have to overcome, where someone tries to expose you. If it was a short term, yes, that would have counted. Steve, what's
What?
your short term?
No. She was asking if her orphan one counts. Her tragic orphan short term.
No,
Concealing
because if
her,
it does, you can't complete them all in one scene.
Oh, it's a scene?
You have to complete all your short-term aspirations in the same scene for the bonus XP. In this
In the
scene.
same scene. Jesus Christ.
In this scene
Okay.
that's happening right now, yes. Which means
I
she'll
might
have
be
to
able to do
monologue
this.
to the eel people.
What is the
Steve, what's your
mechanic
short term?
that
What's your question, Eric?
I was just gonna say, like, what is the mechanic that you can it's like a point? Is it the rewrite pool that you spend to like make something appear there that wouldn't likely be there? Like, kind of like, oh yeah,
That's
I
cinematic,
need
yeah.
this to happen. Cinematic. I want to use that this turn.
What do you
Steve,
want to
what's
do?
your short term?
My short term is study a new biological life form,
Check.
or tell off my boss.
Coming soon.
coming soon. And then long term is become more trusting and make friends.
Okay. So now that you all did a thing, I'm jumping back to the dock. You stand up in the alley, Doc, and you see it's a 2-way alley. At the end that we're heading towards, 4 more people turn around the corner. 3 of them are just eel people, just extras. One of them is your boss. She points and says, "Get him!" Now's your moment.
Sorry to throw a hairnet on your evil plans, Kahlua,
Yes.
but we
that's what I-
found you out, and we're gonna take you down, and the eels in your brain. The hairnet on your evil plans was one of my quips as well.
Yes, it was. Does he get the vote?
I approve of that one. That was
Yeah.
good.
2 bonus dice to run away. Athletics plus stamina.
I forgot about that one.
Oh no! Oh shit!
No
Well,
way.
that's 2 more dice in the rewrite pool. Now it's at 9. Which means
Wow.
to use half of it in one scene, you're going to have to burn a lot of points. So,
How
I didn't
did
do
you
just that.
manage to do that?
you fulfill your
Very
short-term
sensible.
aspiration. So you're good there. Take your XP. You delivered the perfect monologue. You turn to run, right on your face.
Just runs right into the wall.
Amazing.
And as
How
the
much
camera,
XP was that?
1.
One.
And as the camera pans away from the doctor, you just see his hands on the concrete as he yells as he's pulled away into the darkness by his legs.
Shit.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
No. Continue the scene.
Back to you 3.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
I'm going to change the order again because I'm still not making you do initiative. And we're going to jump to Stanley. What do you want to do with your cinematic?
I want to see, we see that they're dogpiling Alex, so he kind of looks around and he sees a mop in the alleyway, like leaning up against the brick wall, and it's like that, like, I got a mop. Reach out, grab the mop, boom, and just sweep the guys off of Alex.
Okay.
So right there, I am hitting a monster with a mop and helping someone in distress.
Okay, I'm finding the cinematics. So we know how many points it costs, and then you guys have to approve or deny it.
Which one's he using?
That's
and while he says
Alex
that-
at
Add a
dubbing.
prop or something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
And while he says that, he's like, must be a Friday! Bam!
Oh
No,
god.
no.
I love it.
For that, you could use. I'm just making sure there isn't a better one before I tell you. Does this one apply to not alien tech? Let's see. No, okay. So you could use omniscient narrator, which means you pay for the stunt, and then you narrate the scene to us, and as part of the narration, you include the mop in your description. Omniscient
nice.
narrator costs 2 rewrites. So you're
If
down
you
to
could-
7 now.
If you
Cool.
can imitate Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
that'll
yes,
just-
okay.
So take it, describe the scene, it's all you.
Stanley looked around in the alleyway and saw the gleaming mop lying there on the wall. He then walked over to the mop and picked it up, and he felt ready for action. Spinning and twirling the mop in his hands, he was a one-man wrecking crew.
Wow. Nice.
I
That's
think I think Eric wins the evening. Like,
Oh god.
but just
I'm gonna add one thing to your narration steal.
Mhm.
As the mop cracks heads, every time it cracks a head, all you hear is, "Would you like an eclair with that?"
Oh god.
You want an eclair? You want an eclair?
I definitely approve this scene change.
Oh my god.
All right,
Uh,
you get your XP for completing your short-term aspiration.
That's one per?
What was your other one? Your other short-term?
Help someone in distress and hit a monster with a
Yes,
mop.
you can have them both.
Wow. Did them
Awesome.
both.
That's 2 XP?
Yes. All right,
Cool. I'm up to 5. Yeah.
Senior Chief,
Yeah.
please punch a fish person.
So they're all like, he's over there, one eclair. And I'm just like, this ain't happening again. just go up and like wail on one with the tire iron.
Are
Whale.
you going to add a cinematic of any kind?
It explodes.
You don't
No,
have to.
I feel like that's. But as he's doing this whole day, it's like stepping into one goddamn monkey pie after another.
Success. Add 2 dice to the roll.
Oh, what am I
Nice.
rolling here?
You'd be rolling close combat plus might.
Close combat
Plus
might.
2.
All right. Plus 2.
Aside
All right.
from character creation, this is the most I've laughed at one of our games. Like,
Cool.
Okay. You knock out a fish person. Just crack. Whomp.
All right, cool. Got it.
The 3 of you clear your way and make it into the police station where you kick the door shut and barricade yourselves. Now the camera must swing back to that alley.
Stanley, thank
Also,
you so
complete your
much
short
for
term.
sleeping me off my feet.
Nice.
Not a problem, ma'am.
Which means you all completed your short terms plus 1 XP each.
Also, I
Well
would
done.
like to add something.
Yes.
You know, after Stanley, swipes all the fish people off of Alex, Alex pops up in a new disguise. It's a top hat and then like this black handlebar mustache.
Well, who are you?
I am Alex. I've always looked this way. Don't question it.
The
Hey, how's
camera
the
moves
wife?
away before Stanley can say anything. Dr. Franklin, last chance to use the rewrite pool or pull some hoke out before you get squirmy water poured in your mouth. What do you got?
I'm gonna blow all of the rewrite pool if I need to. So we have
You got
7 now.
lots?
After Eric did his 2, we have 7 left, right?
Yeah, and to get the
Okay.
half bonus, you need to use at least 4, which is at least 2 more.
Okay. So they're dragging me in the alley, right? So I'm kind of being like pulled.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Go ahead and look over him for a second.
As I'm Actually, no. I think I kind of want to know what I want to do.
Okay, let's do it.
I want to do the narrator thing, most likely, because as they're pulling me, because we're like in city, like we're like in the town, right?
May
so
I
they're
recommend
pulling-
one to you that hasn't been used, so we use different ones.
Oh, sure.
Cheap alleyway set.
Ah, yes, perfect. Okay, so they're dragging me, right? How much does that cost?
1. It's 1 goddamn point. Why aren't we using this all the time?
God. Okay. We need to use more.
Take a look and find another one. There's plenty in there.
What's the page for them again?
Oh, God.
Where am I
120
at?
something.
It's like
They dragged away your stunt
120
double.
129, 128,
Okay.
127.
All right.
Sorry, 126. They actually started on 126.
Okay. Let's take a look
Would you like any Claire?
here. Elliot,
Would you like any Claire?
You could go Samuel Jackson on it and be like,
Would you like any Claire, motherfucker?
That would not be very Stanley, though.
it's true, but it would be very Eric. Oh gosh.
You could also just use the dice to increase your dice pool, Steve.
No.
I thought that's what he did before.
Bad dubbing won't help.
No. I think
You got
I
it?
have
Okay.
An idea. I think I have an idea. How much does this one cost? Yes, perfect. Can I use 2?
It's up to you guys. You have to tell him yes or no, not me.
Yeah, man, do it.
Okay. So with all of this happening, you guys have like bashed off the aliens off of Alex, and I'm being dragged away down this alley completely separate from you guys. So here's what I want to happen. And we're trying to get to the sheriff's office. So with all that set up,
Yes.
here's what I want to happen. As they're dragging me and I'm like trying to like swim away as best as possible and claw and grab, I want to spend 1 rewrite die to use cheap set and have the wall, the plywood wall on the side tip over and fall onto them who are dragging me, so that they get knocked off of me and I can get up and scurry away.
Okay.
When that happens, and I start to kind of like slowly jog down the alleyway and then turn the corner, like so the camera's like stationary watching me run away. I look back once, I turn the corner, and then I want to end the scene. Or
Hard cut. Like they couldn't find the film here. Like I went,
delete the scene from there. And I want to
I
delete the scene and pick up with all 4 of us arriving at the sheriff's office.
I
Hard
have
cut.
one edit for you.
Okay.
So you know, in the old-fashioned like black and white comedies, how when a wall would fall and there was a window, the main
Buster
character would. Yeah, Buster Keaton, exactly.
Yeah.
That's my only
Okay.
suggestion.
Okay, that's perfect.
great.
So the wall falls, and I'm like, ah! And the window just falls exactly around my outline as I'm like prone on the ground. So like, I'm like,
wow.
"Ugh," and like get up and run away.
That is exactly how it happens. And then the camera fades. And then
And
the
that
camera
is-
fades back in. Yeah, that was enough for your bonus XP for using half the rewrite pool for the party.
This is so
Nice.
awesome.
How much do we get?
1. The camera fades
Alright.
back in. You're all in the police station, sitting around a table, eating donuts, because there's donuts in the police station. The police
No, you
station is a
don't.
wreck. The table is covered in tool parts and guns and bullets. And the senior chief is loading guns. The doctor's probably in the corner twitching or whatever. Alex is loading guns.
So if we can, I kind of like, you know how old movies have the like the fade and then it fades back in and it kind of feels like it's in the middle of a scene and there's that chatter and like there's people like in the frame. So I want that to be those 3, and then the scene will like they'll be doing like donuts and stuff, and then I'll open the door and come in separate since we were all separated. And
That works because of what you don't know is happening. Because remember,
Oh,
with deleted
Jesus,
scene,
damn.
I can add anything I want. That's the danger of that one.
okay, okay,
I can't. However, I cannot infect you with brain eels because that's why you deleted the scene.
exactly, yeah.
Uh,
Oh god.
and Stanley is putting together a flamethrower. You're in the middle of a sentence, so when this frame opens, Senior Chief is like, and then I shot him in the face, and then the door opens, and you all turn and look, and the entire
Franklin!
entire downtown region is either exploding or on fire. Dr. Franklin walks in, the whole town is on fire. There's people running around on fire screaming. One dude's just his hair. He's just looking at Dr. Franklin's back, screaming.
A light
No one
post
says a
tips
word
over.
about it. Dr. Franklin closes the door behind him and talks about whatever he wants. You can never again
You're still
reference how that
alive.
happened.
I don't
Oh
think the rest of
my
the town
God.
is, but you're still alive.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No thanks to any of you.
And you cannot ask him how or ever reference the deleted scene.
I
Just
knew
see
you
it.
would
Move
pull
on.
off
Glad-
the direction.
Glad you made it. Were you just socially awkward with them and they let you go?
You can't ask him that. It's a deleted scene. You all have to act like you know how he escaped.
We are proud of you, Dr. Franklin, for
Might
existing.
be a.
We thought you were
No,
dead.
yeah. Mm.
So Franklin's obviously weird in general, but he's not going to say anything. But no, actually, he will. If you don't mind at this point in time, I'd like to go examine the body, and you can stay out here. I'm not very happy with any of you right now.
I am sorry to hear that.
What the fuck did
Well,
I do?
And I will head wherever I think the morgue, if they have one here.
In this town, we'll say it's the same building in the basement. Yes, the forensic
Yeah,
morgue.
corner, whatever.
Corner,
So
that's it.
Just to let you guys know, Dr. Franklin, since even though he's the one that rolled the bad roll and got separated, you left him behind to die to the eel monsters. And he's
Hey,
not
hey.
very trusting anyway, so
Alex thought that he was making an executive decision to distract the bad guys,
That is
okay?
And
I
that
was just role playing
Canning.
the fact that you're my number 1 and not my number 3 or my number 2.
yeah, I'm not very happy I'm everyone's number one either.
No. Actually, our friend Larry Lawrence is number one on my list.
Oh.
Like fish.
It does smell like fish. That's right.
And that is where the camera fades out until next session.
Boo.
Well, dear
Don't like
viewers,
this.
you've reached the end of this session, but have no fear. We'll be playing They Came from Beneath the Sea every Monday until our movie marathon reaches its epic ending. But we're not quite done tonight. First, you four got to vote on your favorites.
Oh no.
Franklin, who's your favorite and why?
That's easy.
Oh shoot, that's me. Shoot. I gotta go with Stanley, I think. Yeah. The
And
mop
why?
the mop thing, using that as well, hitting all those good lines. I just really like Stanley.
Senior Chief, who and why?
I feel you.
Hard. It's really hard.
That's what she said.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna go with Alex, I think. She was pretty good. She's pretty good
Anything
this time.
specific?
Just Alex.
Okay.
The
Stanley?
orphan thing kind of got me.
The
That was good.
orphan thing was hilarious. And the popping up with the top hat when you got dogpiled.
Stanley.
Yeah. Same. There are actually way too many examples throughout the entire session that I can point to, that anyone can point to as to like why. But yeah, Alex is hilarious from beginning to end.
And Alex.
Oh man. So, oh god. Okay, so here are my like defining points for each. Like the mop thing for Stanley. Sean pulling out the whole, if I'd have known you were coming, I'd have baked some sweetbread. Like I
That was a
totally
good moment.
forgot that even existed. And then he pulled it out. Like he didn't even like look through his list. He just
Yeah.
pops out with it, and I'm like, what? And then the magnificent rewrite by Steve, like I can't even, I just,
Slapstick.
I'm gonna have to go with Sean because of the pulling that quip out of nowhere. Like I
Yeah.
did not see that coming at all.
And don't forget, you can either use the vote as a bonus die to any roll in the session. Multiple rolls are all on the same if you stack them. Or half an experience point per vote. What are you gonna do with yours, Steve?
I didn't get one.
Oh, right, no, I don't know why I thought you did. Sean, what are you gonna do with yours?
Definitely half an experience point.
Sarah.
I'm gonna turn it into an experience point.
Okay. Who got the other vote?
Stanley.
I don't know why I thought that was Steve. What are you gonna do with yours, Eric?
Bonus dice every time.
Okay.
It was 2 to Alex.
Right, that's why she took a whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And
Dying.
lest we forget, give me a list of names in the chat, Steve. Let's give away a book.
Oh boy, here we
Ooh,
go.
ooh, ooh. How are we gonna do this? Do we get
I'm
to
gonna
roll
list the names, and then I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna let one of you roll a die and roll 20.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
man,
All
don't
right.
let me roll.
Our current active viewers are
Not counting bots.
actually, I'm looking through here and I think I can just go ahead and pick us a winner right now. Going through some people here.
Are they all friends but few?
You know what? I think, if you don't mind, if I make an executive decision.
You're a chat guy. Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Okay, then I do know. I think we had someone interact with us quite a bit in chat a little bit earlier. They did have to leave early because of the time zone, but they were very nice. And I want to give a shout out to Karomed. who asked us about our character sheet, made a comment about how good it
Oh,
was.
he's the one who
And-
wanted to know the sheet, or she?
He or she want to know about the sheet, and they said that they would check out the VOD tomorrow. So
Nice.
even though they're not here in chat right now, I think they should get the sign-up copy.
All right. Say the name one more time.
It is KAROHEMD. So I'm going to go with Karamed.
Write that down for us, and we'll make sure we get their email address. If it is the person who wanted a copy of the sheet, they also emailed. They emailed already, so this may be
Yes.
them, but we'll double verify.
Yep.
You win a free copy of Scion, courtesy of Onyx Path Publishing, because they're awesome. Everyone clap.
Nice.
Yay! Yay!
All right. It appears the fire is burning low, and we need to go gather more wood from the creepy dark forest to keep the night from closing in on us. We'll catch up with our badly dubbed but fan favorite B-movie heroes next week, though. Scream Queen and Kings, tell us what's next for you and where you can be found.
At Space Lord PJs, I'm about to annoy the crap out of Steve with my superhero in about 30 minutes here. After that, oh man, I need to post Doodle. I'll do that. Yes. Then I'm going to bed, and I'll be running Avernus on Friday, so that should be fun. And then we're doing Dystopia on Friday as well, so excited for that as well.
Sweet. I am on Twitter as Neat Sullivan and everywhere else as Neat and Co Designs. I'm going to be playing Superhero next. I'm really excited. I have no idea how Savage Worlds work, but I'm pretty excited about it. But I'm really excited about my character because I've got a fun concept. I'm really excited to pester Steve with.
Be a lot of Steve pestering.
He deserves it.
Your turn, Steve.
It happens. So yes, as you can probably pick up from what's being said, I will be running our Savage World superhero game here at approximately 10:30, maybe a little before, maybe a little after. But I'm really excited for that. Savage Worlds is a really fun system, and we get to play the new updated version in the Adventurers Edition? Question mark?
Correct.
Yes. So I'm really excited for that, and I hope everyone else is excited for it too. Other than that, I am involved here with pretty much all of our projects at Vorpal Tales. On Fridays, you can come hang out with me in chat, where we play Dystopia Rising and Descent into Avernus. You can also find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade.
I'm Eric, of course. You can find me at Marron Recluse on Twitter, and I'll be playing in Steve's Savage World Supers game. I'm very much looking forward to that, as Savage World is one of my favorites all time. So yeah, and I'll be here, of course, next time for this and for the subsequent Savage Worlds games, because they're awesome.
Sounds like a splashingly good time for all. I myself will be playing a Psionic Monk in Hell on Friday with Sean, followed by story guiding Session 1 of Dystopia Rising Apocalypse, now that the characters were created last week. Check that one out and stay to the end for a chance at a free copy of that book too, digital edition from Onyx Path Publishing. And in about 20 minutes, I will try not to harass Steve, but I probably will anyways. And remember, follow us here on Twitch, then head over to YouTube for past episodes, like and subscribe, and leave comments. We appreciate you all, and the support helps us keep this going forever. Until then, I leave you with this bit of 50 sage wisdom. I'll do anything you say. In fact, I'll even stay. But I must be going. Good night!